son. Last time it was baby blood.
Oh,
Okay.
just Zoe.
So
Bex.
4 o'clock. It is D&D time. Who wants to recap?
I do. Okay. Alana killed Windsar's horse. That's about all that really happened.
And I'll do it again if I have to.
And yeah, thirsty bitch. Okay. We got all the refugees, or not all the refugees. So we rescued the Petra's parents, grabbed a few refugees from the monastery on the way back. Found out the monastery had been raided. On our way home, we had a few encounters with some outlaw, a bounty hunter, a lion bounty hunter that took down both myself and Toby. And then we were also attacked or chased by a small squad from the offending country. But we ended up killing them by sacrificing my horse, and then we got home.
All right. That pretty much covers it. Yeah. So all that crazy shenanigans happened, and you guys finally made it back from your very long trip down to Borgo. You've just come home. You managed to set up for the night. It was just getting to be evening. We just decided to hold off doing the long rest until we started the session now, that people could decide on, what they wanted to do with stuff. But you've arrived back. Everybody's settling in. We now have a new map, as you can see in the Discord. It's also in the player handout pages, in the journal section, if you look. But yeah, so you just got back. You now have 6 new people living in the place with you. Obviously, some of them have already been assigned places where they're living, and others will need their positions assigned to them. You also need to consider the fact that you now have 6 people that are living on your property with no way to support themselves currently, which means they're living off of your dime. So if you leave the area and you don't leave them with money, I make no promises about what happens to them.
Okie dokie.
Luckily, it picked up this spell that closes their mouth off so they can't complain, and then we just send them off to work for other people.
Oh my God.
That makes sense.
And Petra kills Windsor?
Test it on
Try.
Bella first.
Right.
With your rolls, Windsor, she won't just try.
That's true. If I actually hit, yeah, I'd take her out in one round. But...
Alright, so, what do you guys want to do for the night? You guys all just settle in for the night? Or are you handing out rooms and stuff?
Petra's already gotten the rooms handled for the people.
Hand out rooms. We can let them pick a room. As long as it's not occupied.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna go head straight to bed.
I'm just gonna throw everything she has on her on the floor in her room and just lay down.
X is always so quiet.
I don't even change anything when I play this. I keep it the exact same way.
I can hear her fine. That's not just because I sit
Well,
next
no
to her.
shit.
Yeah, it's not that I can't hear her, it's that she's like so much quieter than everybody else. Yeah, so if we're just gonna have them pick, then we will say that they take 3 of the rooms and the quad setup of the West Wing. Is anybody doing anything of note for the night, or are we just gonna jump straight till tomorrow morning and then we can move on?
Yeah, you just jump to tomorrow morning.
Just jump till tomorrow.
Alright. In that case, you all came home, you were exhausted, you went to your respective rooms, kind of told the hirelings, hey, go that way. There's plenty of rooms. You go that way. There's plenty of rooms. Pick them, fall down, do what you want to do. Up to you. Then everybody goes to sleep. You wake up first thing in the morning. Is Toby cooking a home cooked meal?
Yep.
Anything fancy or just a nice, simple breakfast?
Oh, just simple breakfast, sausages, bacon.
Right. So, spend about an hour cooking. Assuming you're cooking for everybody, right?
Alright.
Alright, so about an hour of cooking for you. I'm imagining that you guys are going to go down, smell breakfast, and have breakfast. Is anybody skipping breakfast to do something else?
Petra's there already.
Petra smelled the raw bacon before it even started cooking and just, like, went through the floor.
Yep.
Petra was sitting at the foot of Toby's bed, staring at him, waiting for him to wake up.
Alright,
Probably.
Petra now needs to be in B1 instead of B2 so that she's like right above the kitchen.
Right, so she
You
can just sniff it
literally
through the
go
floorboards.
through the floor, yes.
Nope. B2 is her home.
Alright,
Put
so
in a fire pole, go straight down into the kitchen.
she just cuts a hole in her floor with a fire pole right there. Perfect. Exactly what she needs. Alright, so in that case, breakfast is made. You all go. It's a good breakfast. Some of it's cooked perfectly. But for the most part, it's all a really nice breakfast. The big problem on your plate at the moment, obviously, is the cult is still out there. But before that, your current estate is not sustainable, as you will have to support these people literally out of pocket. If you choose to, you can simply support them out of pocket and leave them with a set amount of gold each time you leave. You also have to decide what their living conditions are going to be for how much gold they're going to cost you. We're going to go with the same typical expense chart that you would find for even player characters, which is simply you can give them each 1 silver a day for food and things of that nature, and that would be considered squalid conditions. You can give them each 2 silver per day, and that would be considered living poor. You can give them 1 gold per day, that's modest. You can give them 2 gold per day to live comfortably, 4 gold per day to live wealthy, and 10 or higher would be considered aristocratic levels of wealth.
Well, you guys were the ones who wanted to do this, so
Well, before we go about any of that, I think we should take stock of what we have, essentially. Like, gather the new people up, figure out, what skills they have and everything. Maybe get names and everything, too. We don't even know names of these people.
I know names of 3 of them. There's Mom, Dad.
Eifira.
She's just pointless. She can just live on poor standard. That's fine.
seeing as Bologna really wasn't interested in the very first place with hiring people, she's just gonna head out after breakfast, pretty much. Let
Okay,
everybody
and where is
else
she heading to?
She's going to go to the Rose Guard and try to apologize. Well, apologize and try to get in, pretty much.
Try to apologize. Takes effort for Bologna to admit she's fucked up.
Okay, so she decides to head over to the Rose Castle to try to apologize for being rude to literally the general that runs the entire Rose army. It'll take you a while to walk there. Obviously, you got to go from outside of the city, from the shanty town, into the actual castle itself. So it'll take a little bit to walk there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you're doing. Okay, let's go down the list. So what is Petra doing this morning? Breakfast and then what?
What would she be doing?
Want me to come back to you?
Well, I guess she's just kind of showing Eifira around the place.
Okay. So just kind of doing a
making
tour.
sure. Yeah.
All right.
make
What
sure
is
she
Toby
doesn't get
working on
lost.
today?
So obviously when the hirelings come for breakfast, I would have asked them their names, start writing down, and then talking to them individually, just asking what they're good at and what they think they could help us with.
Neo would get in on that too.
Okay. So you want to know who the hirelings are and what their skills are then?
Name, race,
Yep.
and skills.
Okay. Then let me pull that up. So the first person that you speak to is a female half-elf, and her name is Juye. Juye has experience with, well, she wasn't a happy kind of slave, but her useful experience to you. Somebody roll a d20.
You want to
Actually, I
do
have
it,
a table
Toby?
for this.
Or
There you go,
Okay.
Bell done it.
So she actually has experience cultivating crops and raising livestock.
Helpful.
could be helpful to Petra's mom if
Yep.
she starts doing a Roskar thing.
Yeah.
Right. And the second one is a male human. Roll a d20.
3, 12.
All right. So, which roll do you want to take? Do you want to take the 3 or the 12?
Take the 3. Just take
Right.
12 for the next one.
Okay. So, then in this case, it is a male human. His name is Goldwyn. Goldwyn has experience as a carpenter. He can build and repair furniture, the estate itself, as well as obviously smaller wooden items such as, cooking utensils and things of that nature.
Useful groundskeeper then.
Another useful
Not bad rolls.
useful guy.
The hard name,
Um,
we'll just call him Greg.
Now, somebody
Yep,
roll me a
his name.
d6 real quick.
Canonical now.
I got 6.
All right.
Dudes have it.
So, the last person then is a dwarf. The dwarf's name is Bjarki. And he is a male dwarf. And you rolled a 12. You said that's what you were taking for the next job. So, Bjarki is a merchant / trader prior to his slavery.
Oh, useful.
That we're taking him with us.
Take
No,
it. Hell, just have
It'd be
him do
really
stuff for us.
useful once we get people that can actually produce things for us to sell passively. He can be the one that handles all the selling and buying of supplies.
Very true.
Right, so that gives
Okay.
you guys 3 jobs that are actually really good for your situation. So you have farmer,
Yeah.
a carpenter, and a merchant.
Yeah, walk into a bar.
For the record, I have a whole D20 list of jobs that you could have rolled, and some of them would have been really helpful, some of them would have been really unhelpful, and you managed to get some of the pretty helpful ones. It's good.
That bar must have been set quite low if the dwarf walked into it, just saying.
No.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
It's
Or
a
he was on
vertical
stilts.
bar.
Right, so those are the 3 hirelings that you have with you. Now, obviously, you have Petra's parents, who have their own skill set as well, which I believe some of you are aware of. Does everybody know what they're capable of?
Mom is a skilled animal
She's
trainer.
Ruskara. She's trained with Ruskara, and
Yeah.
the father's
Animal
good at
handler.
hitting things.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
I
smash good.
remember rightly, smash good.
Doesn't smash as good as Petra though.
And Eifira is a princess.
Yeah, what's she good at?
So, Eifira previously was a noble. However, she did spend quite a bit of time prior to her abduction working with churches, so she's actually a healer. She's not a combat healer, so she wouldn't be very good in a fight, but she is able to treat the sick and help them to heal.
Oh, useful. Semi-useful.
Hey, good. We can have them become an alchemist.
Would we be able to have these on either the journal for a player handout or as actors, just so we can keep a track of them?
Yeah, I can put it in the player handout.
Okay, so first we need to build set up a mill, a sawmill. And we need to get a magical chainsaw.
Yeah, that's Toby's thing. Magical gun, hunting rifle, magical axe. You know, all of those things.
Oh no, it wouldn't be an axe. It'd be like a sword-like thing that has like blades that like run around it. We'll call it a chain sword.
Nice.
I'm working on this really thick armor as well. I was thinking about.
But once Petra's done showing Eifira around, she'll kind of be like, didn't we get a sword at some point?
Yeah, when's
Oh,
that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we have that long sword that was put into the company, like,
Wagon.
wagon, yeah.
is that from the bounty hunter, or was that from?
No. I think it was I think it was like further back.
Well, I got a +1 sword. That's still mine.
Yeah.
And we did get another long sword after that. I can't remember whose
Yeah.
it was. We got it.
I mean, doesn't matter as long as it's sellable.
All right, you guys now have a hirelings page in the player handouts that has the different hirelings in it. I put
Okay.
Petra's parents and Eifira in there just because they do have, occupational
Smash good.
stuff, but I figure this way it's all in one location for you.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. That way we could just say, "Oh, can we get River to go smash something for me?"
Right.
Yeah.
Well, River's now the lumberjack.
Keep in mind, you can work with people to improve their skills or to acquire new skills. So, for example, River Smash Good, he might be good as, say, a lumberer or, unloading supplies and things like that, warehouse, stuff like that. If he were to be trained into something like that, he could potentially do it, essentially making use of his strength.
The first phrase we teach River is, "Not enough wood, my lord."
Okay,
100%.
all right. So,
Oh my
somebody
god.
needs drowned. Somebody wasn't beaten enough as a child.
Hera, get the shoe.
Yes, Bryce?
Stone
Sandal.
No, it's a shoe.
Suddenly,
more
Winzar's just
pylons?
hit upside the head with a shoe from out of nowhere,
You
Boomerang
You
shoe.
think-
straight laid out.
Ah, miss
You-
bitch.
you think Terra would walk around with heavy animals wearing sandals? I think not.
No, she got boots.
Oh, no, she's halfling, so halflings just pretty much have their feet out and everything. So
Got tough feet.
exactly, they're usually called tufty toes.
She throws her feet at Windsor. No.
She
Yeah,
just
drop
throws
kick.
she just throws some skin at Windsor from her feet, which knocks him out.
Yeah, just like picks off one
Well-
little like flake and it's just like a hard scale.
Petra and Terra kill Windsor.
All right. PvP, go. No. All right, so
Okay, I'm gonna roll my new character, a human male called Poop Mick. No.
all right, so you now know who the hirelings are. Belana, you went to go
Yeah.
see the Rose General.
Yes, I did.
So as you approach the castle, the guards are there. As usual, they cross their glaives in front of you. And one of them turns to speak. He says, "Halt! What are you doing?
I'm here to apologize to the general due to my previous manner and give him an update on our quest that he has provided to us.
You look back and forth between each other for a moment. They don't seem to recall what mistake you made, but they lift their glaives up and they go, "All right, go ahead. But don't cause any trouble."
Yeah, whatever.
Was that Missy?
I said, yeah, whatever.
So, they let you past. You're snarky about it, but you get in. You go into the main building, one you've been to several times at this point. You know exactly where you're going. You go down the hall, go to the correct door. The door's open, and you see, as usual, there is a rather old, war-grizzled dwarf sitting behind the desk, griping about the paperwork in front of him.
Knock, knock, and then walks through.
Dwarf looks up, pushes the paper off to the side, leans forward, and puts his arms on his chest, and he goes, well, look who's back.
Ahee.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to give you an update on the generals.
And?
Do you not want to smash your little desk thing and put up the wall or anything like that?
At this point, everybody knows what's going on.
Fair enough. We met Jordu, one of the liches.
He leans back and folds his arms and kind of looks you head to toe to see if you look dead. Kind of surprised that you've run into another lich and somehow survived. This being your fourth encounter with a lich. Well,
Fourth.
so
Well, we've met Fobrix, I think, in my dreams.
You met him in the woods when
We
we
met
were
him in the
exploring
woods.
So we met him in the woods, and then we met the hunter lich, and then we met Jordu. I don't remember
So-
meeting a fourth one.
he's sitting there looking you over, kind of surprised, and he goes, "You have a knack for surviving these liches, don't you?"
Yeah, it's in my DNA.
You can kind of see that he's not sure if you're joking or if he just doesn't get it. So he just kind of nods like he just pretending to understand. Not sure if he's supposed to laugh or not. He goes, "All right, and you ran into him, and then..."
He died when we killed him and destroyed what we think is his phylactery.
So, as you say that, he kind of jokes a little bit, and, like, pounds on his chest, clears his throat. "I'm sorry, I thought you just said you killed him."
And then what I will do is I will tip a little bit of his ashes that I picked up onto his desk. That's some of him there.
He looks at the ashes, looks back up at Bell, looks back down at him, and he goes, "Forgive me if I don't take your word on this. Do you mind if I have these ashes examined?"
Absolutely, which is why I brought them in the first place.
So, he gets up and he goes, "I'll just be a moment." Waddles out of the room in a bit of a hurry. You can see now that he's actually up and walking around, he's got a bit of a limp in his left leg, probably the reason why he's stuck behind a desk now. But he manages to get down the hall pretty quickly.
Can
After
I try
a few
and practice
minutes,
hitting the desk where he hits it to see if I can try and do the blocking of the door?
give me an Arcana check.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so, being as familiar with magic as you are, and having seen him several times knock on his desk this particular way, you very carefully come around the desk and position your hand exactly how he does it, and you knock. How many fingers do you use to knock? Do you use the knuckle of one, or do you use like the whole hand, or how do you knock?
it's my knuckle, I'd hit the knuckle of 1.
Did he use one knuckle?
I think he used his whole hand, to be honest.
What you gonna try?
I'm gonna try all my knuckles.
Okay. So you position your hand so that you can hit with all of your knuckles simultaneously. And you give 2 knocks, and immediately the candles flick on, and the crystal-like barrier forms around the room, blocking out the outside light and all sound around you.
I'll just bring it back and then just keep practicing.
All right, so you just sit there knocking on this table over and over again, cackling like a wild lady. After a few minutes, you hear, "Would you mind not doing that? It's dangerous to walk through it while it's going."
Okay, but at least know how to do it.
So you stop the barrier one more time, and he watches you for like a solid 30 seconds to make sure you're not going to do it again before stepping inside the room.
Oh
I
my
would be
God.
tempted, like,
He takes something out of his pocket and he sets it down right where the barrier forms, walks over to his desk and knocks on it, and you see that as the barrier forms, it cuts the object that he set down in half. He just had like a small apple that he had set down, and you just see a perfectly clean line split right down the center of the apple. That
Nice.
barrier doesn't push stuff out of the way, it goes through it.
Well, now you've just given me more things to do.
Oh
I'm
my
just saying.
God.
Now you've just got me getting like
In-
apples and fruit and like, what kind of biggest thing can I put in the middle of this door?
Bellona's playing Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he knocks on it again, and another moment or two passes by, and this rather small, bit dorky looking dragonborn woman runs into the room, almost tripping on her own feet as she comes running over to the
God.
desk and looks at the ashes that were put down, and she kind of looks over them rapidly, picks them up, and then takes them out of the room. And we're going to leave it at that for now. We're going to go on to the next people. So we'll start with Petra. Petra's giving this
Yeah.
tour. Anything interesting on the tour?
Probably not. I mean, she's just gonna. She's obviously gonna show Eifira to the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and then also to the storehouse that they have, just to make sure she knows where she can go to make food or find food. Cause yeah. And once she's done with that, she will take a breather and just check over the wagon outside.
Okay. Wagon did take a bit of damage, didn't it?
Yep.
Right. So you go to check out the wagon. Do you have... Go ahead and use your land vehicle proficiency and give me a land vehicle check to see if you can tell the condition of the cart. Alright. So with a 19, you're able to tell pretty well that the wagon's actually not that damaged. It's not in good condition, but it could definitely be in worse condition. It's if you had to, you could still drive it down the road, and it likely wouldn't have any issues. But you definitely want to get it fixed.
Well, with that, Petra will look in the wagon, see the longsword that they still have, grab it, and walk inside to go tell Toby to fix the wagon.
Okay. What's Toby doing?
Toby's going to go around with what's his name?
Greg.
Goldwyn, or Greg as we're calling him now. and he will be showing him some of the damage that still needs to be repaired, and seeing whether he can help repair it.
All right. So, if you remember, there were how many rooms left to repair?
Pretty sure it's like 2 or 3.
4.
It
'Cause
was
Toby fixed 20 of them. There's 24.
Yep.
You fixed 21 of them. I remember 21. Might be just be stupid though. Very possible.
All right. So, you guys not remember how many rooms?
I'm 99% sure it's 4.
I'm 99% sure it's 21. Wait, 4. 3. Fuck.
Okay, now that we've gotten a nice range,
All right. So, there are 3 to 4 rooms that need repaired.
Yay!
So you take them to the rooms that are still damaged, plus the bits that weren't able to be fixed completely, so such as missing shingles and the like. You take him around to show him the property, and he kind of scratches at his beard a bit and looks around. Kind of takes mental notes. You see him stop every now and then to go inspect damage closer, and at the end of it, he goes, I could probably fix most of this if you had the supplies.
Oh, we can get supplies for you. That's not a problem. I was wondering if you had the capability to fix the damage that he's fixing.
Yes, absolutely. If you can give me the supplies, I can fix these.
Oh, that's good then. We'll have to set you up a shop so you can maintain the building. Being a future groundsman, we'll need one.
That would be amazing. Absolutely, yes.
Oh, brilliant.
I haven't been to Terlura before, but if there's any sort of carpentry shop, I imagine they sell tools. If you guys have any spare workshops, I could give you a list of what I need, and if you could get me set up with that, I'll be able to repair just about anything you need.
Aye, not a problem. I'm pretty sure I can find the carpentry around here. I'll tell you what, when I find it, I'll take you with me so you can obviously introduce yourself, because I dare say you'll probably be going backwards and forwards, collecting stuff here and there.
That'd work lovely. It'd give me a chance to see the city too.
Aye.
In the background.
You just hear Petra running in his direction, slowly getting louder. Toby! No.
No,
Toby
she's
ducks.
just yelling Toby.
Okay. Just watch out for this little one that's now coming. She's a little crazy.
Right, so Petra shows up with Toby, tells Toby the condition of the wagon. Does Toby go to repair the wagon?
So he goes to repair the wagon. He'll take Goldwing with him, and he'll show him what he does to repair it.
Right. So you take him to go repair the wagon. What is Windsor doing?
that is a good question. Have acreage for farming?
You do.
Yeah,
The estate
quite a
comes
bit,
with
actually.
a large section of land.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Like, isn't there
Yeah.
also like a
We
whole
own
paddock or
literally like
something?
all this over here.
Yes.
Don't we have like a paddock as well for like horses and shit too?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know there's a pole
Yeah.
barn that could hold
I'm gonna use the
several.
drawing tools real quick for you. You guys essentially have this area.
God damn.
That's only like 20 feet by 15 feet.
Oh my god.
Alright, I know who I'm banning.
Petra kills Zoe. Pops out a fucking screen, you bitch.
Yeah, your property is roughly
Rough.
this area.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
I'll actually leave that up there so that you guys can keep that in mind. You have plenty of space. How you choose to divide up the land is entirely you. We're going to say that each of these squares represents about an acre. So if you decide you want to divide it up by acreage, we can just say that each square on the grid here is approximately an acre of land.
Okay, good. So we'll get an acre of sorghum, acre of corn, acre of wheat. Actually, it's winter time, so we'll do winter wheat instead, and then root vegetables, because those work with them. Okay.
Right. So
Nice to know.
Windsor is officially going to be a farmer for the rest of the game. No.
Got myself a piece of hay. Okay, a piece of straw sticking out of
This
my
is
mouth.
not Stardew Valley, guys, okay? This is not Stardew Valley. This is not a farming sim.
No,
It's not, but it is
Farming Sim
D&D,
1000
so anything
2010.
goes.
Anyways, farming's out of.
We do have a particular mission to kill some like lich at some point, I think.
We do.
They're gluttons.
But you
We'll
can't
make-
kill a lich on an empty stomach.
That's right.
Exactly.
All right. So,
Windsar's just gonna, do his daily routines and walk around the estate, seeing what's there. Look for tracks for goblins. Oh wait, no, wrong game. But basically, yeah, just wander around the estate.
okay. Just kind of looking around, seeing how it would be for farmland and stuff. All right.
Yeah, for whatever he is.
Right. And what is New up to?
Was Eifira part of the whole conversation about skills and stuff?
Nope.
No.
She was getting a tour.
Yep.
In that case, assuming tour's over and Eifira's around, she would go to figure out what, skills and stuff she would have. And we already kind of have an idea of what skills Petra's mom and dad have, so, just finish taking stock so that she can try and figure out where we might benefit from this so that we're not just spending all of our money that we're making on just supporting people.
Okay.
She'll be very careful about it. She doesn't want to incur Petra's wrath.
Too late.
All right. Give me a charisma check.
Charisma. No. I'm using that there. Inspiration. Inspiration's gone. Fucking re-roll this. It's still only a 4.
A 4 is better than a nat 1. A 4 is a lot better than what was about to happen.
New goes to talk to Petra, and then a female dragonborn walks by, and she gets all flustered.
No, if you'd stuck with the nat 1, Eifira was gonna be terrified of New, and would scream, and it was gonna be bad.
Yep, heads
A
rolling.
9 is not great, but it's a lot better than a nat 1.
Goes to talk to Eifira, sneezes, breathes frost all over her.
Yep, pretty much attacks her on accident. Does 200 D100 damage. Alright, so you go up to Eifira to, have that talk. After approaching, she looks kind of wary. She's still not used to Dragonborn. There's as much time as she spent at the monastery at the last place, there's still not that common. At least in this part of the map. So she's still a little wary and seems on guard at first. But as you are relatively polite, in asking your questions. She seems to become a little bit calmer. However, she doesn't seem to respond.
Right. Maybe I need to just fetch Petra. Petra can have this conversation with her. He's gonna go find Petra. She'll tell Eifira she'll be right back, and she's gonna go find Petra.
Right, so take off looking for Petra, see if you can figure out where the hell she went. That'll take you a little while to find her. In the meantime, we will go back to Belle. Belle, you've been sitting there trying to convince the Rose Guard captain to just let you chop one more thing.
I just want to use the rock. I have a rock that I called Rocky. I want to see if it will actually slide through the rock. Just once. That's literally it. And well, actually, that's a lie. I'll be lying if I said that.
Fruit ninja.
Just like this time today.
Bellona's new nickname is Fruit Ninja.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Nat 1.
Sorry, do I need to flip a coin first of all?
You can, but it's going to be persuasion either way.
Okay, cool. All right.
Unless you want to try to intimidate him again.
No, of course not. God, no.
I came to apologize and to fight. Alright, so with a 20, he thinks about it, and he just kind of shrugs. Well, we're still waiting for the results on those ashes. Sure, why not? Throw your rock there.
Yeah, now I get 2 Rockies. I'm gonna put it right there. Give it a little pet, and then walk back.
Now, just to be clear, you are placing the rock that had cast that interesting illusion. That's the rock you're referring to, right?
I can't remember. I just have a thing that says Rocky on it.
Okay, so to remind you of what Rocky is you guys were traveling down the road and you found a rock that was producing an image that was distorting the road in front of you.
Yes, it was. You're right.
Yep, and now you just put it there to be chopped by the barrier. So he knocks on the desk twice. And the crystal barrier forms rapidly. The lights go out, candles light up. And as soon as the barrier collides with the rock, you hear this sound that sounds like shattering glass as the entire crystal barrier breaks apart and drops to the ground in shards of this ethereal magic. And the shards themselves begin to dissipate. The rock lays in pieces.
I'm just saying you allowed me to do this, so I am not.
He looks between the now shattered rock and his now shattered barrier and is completely speechless for a moment. It's hard to tell if he's furious or flabbergasted. But either way, it starts with an F. No. But it's hard to tell exactly what he's feeling or thinking. And then he just bursts out laughing, this deep, bellyful laugh. Ah, it's a hell of a rock you got there.
I know, I called him Rocky.
And then he looks at the rock again, and he goes, well, Ed there, I don't think your rock's doing so well.
It was okay.
Oh my fucking god, Bellona just became friends with the fucking Rose General. Over a rock.
But now at least I can say that Rocky now gave birth to Pebbles.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
And Bex is killed by Petra.
You can kill me in real life if you can.
Alright, so after that whole debacle, the rather shy Dragonborn comes rushing back into the room. She runs up to Barmus and says something to him. It's hard to tell. But he nods, takes the ashes back, sets them on the table, and then he looks to Belle and he goes, "Did you want these back?"
I mean, no, not really.
He nods, make sure that the container holding the ashes is closed tightly, and then he opens a desk drawer, sets them down, reaches in, pulls out a bag, sets it on the table, and he goes, "This here's for all the help. You did good. I still can't believe you killed him. But
Should tell him
the
how.
researchers
Should tell him how.
say that you don't lie." And he pushes the bag forward, and as he does, you can hear a clinking sound.
Oh, money.
You should tell him how Jordu went down.
I can't remember how Jordu went down. But if it has
I
nothing...
just smacked his kneecaps.
Well, then I'm not going to say that because then I'm not the one in...
Yeah, she's not going to brag about you killing him.
Yeah, why would I do that?
She's only going to brag if she killed him.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alright, so he pushes this bag forward and you hear a clinking sound inside of it.
I'll look inside.
It is not money.
Ooh.
It is a bag of what appears to be gemstones. But these are very interesting gemstones in the sense that they don't appear to be nice gemstones. These aren't like cut and polished rubies and emeralds. These are more like raw rocks that haven't even been processed.
I'm guessing these aren't meant to be cut with your door. But what are these?
So, I'm going to exposition dump a little bit. He's going to explain it, obviously, but I'm going to exposition dump a little bit. Essentially, what you're looking at are unimbued magical stones. There's 3 in the bag, and the way that they work is each day they're able to gather, just from the ambient air, a certain level of magical energy, and that can be stored inside of the gem itself to then be purposed some other way.
So you said there's 3 of these.
There's 3 of them.
Okay. Cool.
Means
Thank
we
you.
can actually have cure wounds on a rock.
You seem to pull ether from me.
What I'll do is I'll say thanks for that, and then I'll ask him if he has any kind of update on any other lectures or anything that's been found, if he can tell us, so I can relay that back to the guys.
Well, in the time you've been gone, it hasn't been good news. We've completely lost contact with the Kingdom of Paglioria. Kingdom of Ponya, same story. Essentially, the entire east side of the continent's gone dark to us. We've got no news going in or out of that area. Byralia seems to be in a huff about something, and Arodnia, who was recently an ally, appears to no longer be.
Oh no, I wonder what it could have been.
We have concerns that Arodnia, based on their recent behavior and what little information our spies have found, we believe that one of the liches may be behind the throne.
Okay, so that's in Rodnia, and then you're saying you've not
That's a
heard
bitch.
anything from Poglioria.
No, it's a lich.
So fucking terrible. Terrible.
God damn it.
Okay, cool. So we've not heard anything from Poglioria, and then we've got Arodnia, and then Arodnia and Byralia are not happy with each other.
I wonder
They're
why.
just not happy in general. Yeah, I was like, oh, I wonder why that could have been. Maybe to do with the fact that we got escaped slaves and was absolutely illegal.
Yeah, they got a bad batch of raw honey.
No, that's Borgo, but Borgo doesn't care.
I'll say thank you for that, and I shall head back to the house.
Okay. So you take off out of there and head back to the house. We are on to Petra. What is Petra doing?
Well, Petra will have kind of followed Toby for a little bit,
Okay.
and then just walked around to try to find New. She wants to sell the fucking sword so she can do shit.
Alright, so you bumped into each other because you both were looking for each other. In that case, New, you've run into Petra. Petra, you've run into New.
You will.
New!
What?
What do we do with this sword?
I mean, what do you want to do with the sword? We could hang on
Want
to
to
it.
sell it.
Okay. I mean, there's several smiths around the town. I'm sure any one of them would be a decent place to sell it.
I'm incredibly stupid.
Which sword
So-
are you guys selling?
Is that Petra or Jane?
Hey. The one that we put in the wagon.
That's right. Okay. The long sword plus one. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was looking at the correct thing. Great. So you guys are going to go sell the sword then?
News before they run off. News going to ask Petra about brain work. Eifira,
Eifira.
and if she can talk to her about what kind of skills she has. See if we can find something that she might be helpful with around the estate.
Would Petra know? Off the top of her head.
You can do a history check.
Okay.
With advantage because she's a rather large part of your backstory.
Yep. Still not great.
Better than my fucking 9.
You remember that she used to do a lot of charity work and helped the churches in Borgo. You don't remember specifically what she did to help.
She'll relay that and then just ask you to bring her to Eifira so she can talk to her.
Right. So we'll head back to where Niu left Eifira.
Right. So, you guys go back to Eifira. And say what?
Niu's just gonna kind of stay back behind Petra, let Petra deal with everything. She's not trying to,
She's not trying to nat one again?
God, fucking that one.
Petra will speak in halfling, so Eifira doesn't. Yeah,
Okay.
She'll ask Eifira what kind of skills and stuff that she has that she thinks might be useful for the estate.
Right. You notice that she's definitely listening, but as usual for this point so far, she doesn't really say anything. Every now and then she opens her mouth to say something and a small noise comes out, but she doesn't actually really say anything. I need a perception check from you. Okay. You notice that on her neck there appears to be a sort of scar. And this scar is right about where somebody's vocal cords would be. It's a thin scar, making it a little hard to see. And it's also a very clean scar. So whatever was done was likely done intentionally.
Petra will sigh and look at New. She can't speak.
Hmm. Can
And Petra will.
can you convey to her
Pet-
that I'm, not a threat to her? I'm just trying to help. Get her to, and then I can probably fix, well, not really fix this in a way, but bypass this. She just needs to know that, I'm not going to like hurt her in any way.
She can understand you, you know.
Yeah, but
'Cause
coming
you're.
from you carries a little more credence than coming from me.
Petra will give you an unamused look and look at Eifira and just kind of point her thumb at you, what she said.
All right, time to make use of some shenanigans. I got
Alright.
some shenanigans for this.
Alright, shenanigans. I like it.
Niu is going to speak with Eifira in her mind.
Alright.
Because I can. Awakened mind. And she's going to just, very kindly be like, so based on what Petra said, I guess you have some speaking issues because they did something to your throat. Don't worry. Everything's fine. I'm not going to hurt you or anything. I just trying to see how you might be able to, help us around the house so that we can help provide for, you and the others, since it's going to take money, and if we have you guys doing things to help us make that money, then it's going to just be better living conditions for everybody.
I'm just double checking something beforehand. Hold on. Alright. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of people interpret awakened mind as you being able to communicate to them and not two-way. But I like the creativity, so I'm gonna change that. So I guess from here on, canonically, awakened mind works in both directions. So
Or give her a piece of paper.
do what?
Or we give her a piece of paper.
I like the creativity of using awakened mind, and I imagine you has been waiting for this to actually be useful. But yeah, so in that case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and say that awakened mind works both directions. In which case, you are able to. At first, it's kind of just like a tingle of almost hearing something, kind of like when your ear twitches because there was like a sound that was just slightly out of range. But after a moment, you do hear Eifira's voice in your head, and she tells you about how she used to work as a physician for the church, helping to care for the sick.
Nia will inquire as to if she had, what kind of skills she has. Like, was it magic? Was it working with, herbs and medicines?
It is
The
herbs and medicine.
medicines.
Eifira does not possess magic.
Yep, she's a barbarian.
Yep, it is herbs and magic.
Hmm.
Herbs and medicine, not herbs and magic. Sorry.
God damn it.
Magic herbs.
Nia will inquire as to if she has experience like mixing the medicines. See if maybe that might be transferable to like alchemy things as well to help make, potions or something, like healing potions.
She does indeed have experience mixing medicines.
Sweet.
Mostly with alcohol.
Nia will ask if she'd be interested in, expanding that skill set into like other alchemical things.
she seems to be quite excited at the idea. After everything that you guys have been able to do for her so far, she's almost anxious to finally be doing something useful rather than sitting around. And now that she finally has somebody that can listen to her, she just starts going off the rails talking, and it becomes clear why people decided to silence her. She is a chatterbug.
There has to be a way to
He
reverse
has
that.
apparently just made a friend. Okay. Neil will like let her talk and listen because she doesn't want to be rude, and you know, I'm sure that, like you said, she's had a lot of pent up wanting to express things that she can't really express because she can't speak. Before she, explains to Petra the situation, let her know that through the help of an ability she has from her patron, she was able to communicate with Eifira telepathically, and that when we go out to get to sell the sword, we can probably take Eifira with us so that we can collect some alchemy equipment, because she's going to try and learn alchemy to help us out.
Petra will nod, but she will also kind of reach into her bag that she has, because she just picks everything up when she wakes up, and she will give Eifira one of the enchanted notebooks that she has, the empty one, along with a pen.
All right.
In case she needs to communicate with anybody else.
Okay, so she now has a way to speak, in a sense.
Yeah.
Give me just one moment. I'm checking something.
Yeah, I mean, being able to speak directly without having to write it down, that's going to be great.
Okay. Sorry, I was responding to a private message that somebody sent me. Okay. So, that's what you guys are working on. Back to Toby again. What is Toby working on? Wagon's fixed.
Yeah, so the wagon's fixed. Happy days. So I would head out into Tallulah with the Tallulah.
Allura.
Allura. There we go. With the with Godwin, and head to the carpentry
Right.
I've used before.
To go and see if you can hook him up with some tools and supplies.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So you head over there to the carpenters. It doesn't take you very long to find one. You walk up, and the three of you begin to discuss exactly what it is that you're going to need.
3?
Yeah, you, the carpenter, and Goldwyn.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
I imagine he would be helping you discuss what he needs. Or at least that's what I was guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the three of you are discussing, exactly what he needs, and the carpenter that owns the site does in fact sell tools. The tools that you need to be able to set up Goldwyn to be able to maintain the property at no additional cost other than, potential supplies in the future. You're looking at 200 gold pieces to set up his workshop.
It's not bad. Yeah, cool. I'll let him know. We'll probably be back in a minute. I've just got to consult with everyone else because I can't just say yes, because it's not just up to me.
Okay. So you you get the price of the tools, then you head back to the estate.
I'll get a list basically as well. Yeah, a list and price of tools.
Okay. And then head back to the estate with the list of tools and their prices. Windsor, you were walking around the property. What are you up to now?
Don't know what to do.
You show the farmer around the property. Just
Yeah, but
saying.
I'm not a farmer. I'm a city boy. Come on. I
We
grew up
have
in a
a farm.
monastery. I guess monastery. How it's trying to figure out. Anyways. Okay, I'll take the. Is everybody else having fun with the Highlands? No. I'll show the half elf around the farm, the lands, and talk to her about what she might be able to do with it. Farm, soil, plant, words. There we go.
So you take Ju Yi out to go see if there's anything that she would be able to plant and farm out in that area. So your particular area is considered still forest, and it is currently fall, which means that the number of crops that you could potentially have here is fairly decent. Winter's a lot worse, but right now there are several different alchemy type of ingredients that could be raised, such as for example, Angel's Trumpet, things of that nature. There are several food plants that could be raised. So she could do carrots, celery, coffees, cucumbers, Alisuba bush, which I think that's actually for alchemy. Yeah, so carrots, celery, coffee, cucumber would be the foods that she could grow in the area. And then, like I said, there's several alchemy ingredients that could potentially be grown here as
well. Okay.
Obviously, she
Looks
would
not-
need the farm equipment to do it, not to mention the seeds to be able to plant.
Right. And not knowing which crops be best, we'll talk about that. What all she'll need, plow, oxen, whatnot. And then talk with everybody later, especially Toby and New, about the crops she can plant and how they will be useful to them.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And you're going to do that as you walk back to the estate, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
We've done a surveying of fields.
All right. So you work your way back to the estate. Toby's heading back to the estate. You and Petra just finished speaking to Eifira, so what are you doing new? You and Petra are going to do something, I believe? Sell the sword, right?
Yeah, and
Sell the sword
look
and
into alchemy equipment for one of the workshops.
yeah.
Okay. So, you go to sell the sword. Are you going to a merchant, a blacksmith? Where are you going?
Probably a blacksmith.
Yeah, blacksmith would probably be a good idea.
Alright. So, you head to the town blacksmith to see, hey, is sword worth anything?
Yep.
Blacksmith appraises the sword, kinda looks it over, checks the edge a little bit. Sword seems to be relatively good condition. It's actually, finer than the average weapon. So he thinks about it and he says that he can do about 20 gold for the sword.
Petra will look at you.
New has no baseline for what this is. This is not New's wheelhouse. Insight check though.
Okay.
See if he seems on the up and up.
You can certainly try.
Better than a 1 or a 4.
Right, so with a 17, He's definitely lowballing you, but not to a malicious level.
Basically, he's trimming a little off the top so that he can actually make profit.
Basically, yeah. You don't know how much the sword's worth, but it's obvious that he's trying to get the best deal that he can get for himself without completely fleecing you. Are you taking the 20 gold?
Add him one.
He-
Add him 1 gold for lunch, and you got a deal. That's what Petra will say.
Persuasion check.
That one. Fuck. Oh well.
He reaches out his hand to shake on it. Are you going to take the 21 gold?
Yep.
How's the plan?
Okay.
Before we leave, out of curiosity, New's gonna pull out that axe that she found and kind of slam it down on the counter just because it's heavy and she isn't necessarily, equipped to wield it, and inquire as to the value of it.
Okay, so he looks at the great axe and is kind of taken aback. It seems to be made out of sticks and bones and furry bits. But he picks it up and he checks the blade, kind of knocks on it a little bit, lifts it up and kind of like balances it back and forth to see, what the actual balance of the haft is. And you can see the more he inspects it, the more he actually seems kind of impressed with this interesting battle axe. And then he sets it down, looks at you seriously for a moment, and he says, Do you want to sell the axe?
That depends. What's it worth?
I'll do 500 gold for the axe.
Holy.
Yes. Yes. We'll put the.
I'll get
500
back
toward
to
the
you on
company.
that.
Nobody in the group can wield it.
Listen, I'm
I'm
not sure if it's gonna get used yet or not. Meta knowledge.
literally nobody in the group can wield it.
You might change her pact, which would then allow her to bind a weapon as her pact weapon, and she'd be able to use it proficiently regardless of what weapon it is. So she could potentially become a great axe wielding warlock if she wants to. That's why she's contemplating keeping it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to it for now, I guess, but good to know. Emergency fund, ?
That's
Could be.
that's the name of the axe now. Emergency fund.
Don't tempt me, I'll rename it.
Do it.
Too
I'm
late,
being
I
dead
already did.
ass.
The axe name is now Emergency Fund. Alright,
Secret hidden ability of the axe. Anything killed with it drops 3 extra gold.
no. Alright, so that's what you guys did. Then you're off to go check for alchemy supplies.
Yep.
And you find that it is roughly 400 gold to fully stock an alchemist craft station.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna need it.
We
And
will.
we have 945 gold in the company.
That's almost half the gold, though. I feel like we should probably run that by the others, especially since.
Probably a good idea.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna
Would
suggest.
Petra and Niu know that the others were out and about with the other, refugees, I guess we call them at the time?
No. You
No.
guys left with Toby still at the wagon, Belle had disappeared, and Windsor you didn't see since breakfast time, so you guys don't know
Petra
where everybody
might know
is.
that Niu was talking to the one person, but that's about it. Yeah, it's still probably good
Petra
that
knows that Toby. Petra remembers Toby at the wagon last.
Yep. So you head back to the estate.
Yeah.
All right. Probably the smart move. That's a lot of money to be just spending. So you head back to the estate. And we are back to Belle. What is Belle doing?
Well, she went to see the guard, and then she was going to be heading back to the estate. Actually, what she is going to do, because she can do, she's going to go back to the Mages Guild so that she can get her probationary bullcrap upgraded to a normal membership.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Did you not realize how long you guys were gone? Till just now?
No. I just looked at the date.
It's
420.
It's that date. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so you go to the guild membership counter to see if they will upgrade you. So you go over there. What do you say?
I go, hi there. I was given a probationary license for a couple of months. Now it's been a couple of months. Can I get this upgraded to just a normal license, please?
Can I get your name?
I can't remember. But as I hand her my card, I'll just get my card out and just give it to her while looking at my name. I think I put it,
Valana Lenaukin?
well, no, because I don't know if I gave that name or my old name. That's what I'm checking. I can't remember.
So you want to see what name's on your license, huh? Oh, if only you wrote it down. Let me scroll back. I've got it here somewhere.
She put Amaranth.
I'm pretty sure I put Amaranth. That's what I feel like.
Yeah,
I did.
I'm pretty sure you did. Yes, here it is. Yeah, you put the name Amaranth.
I thought so. So yeah, Amaranth.
That was 5 sessions ago, G.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you give the name Amaranth and then your license. They check it over to make sure that, it has actually been enough time. And then she nods. She takes your license, puts a stamp right through it, which completely voids it. And then she hands it back to you. And then she goes under the desk, pulls out some paperwork, fills it out. Takes a little while, but eventually she's done. And then she takes this little stamp, stamps the paper, and the paper folds itself into another ID card. This is an actual Mage Guild license, and she hands it over to you. And she says, "Welcome to the Mages Guild."
Oh yeah, now time to do some evil shit. What?
All right,
And
so
she's immediately revoked access.
yeah, roll initiative. No, against the entire Mages Guild. Good luck. You're on your own.
Time to do some semi-evil shit. For the greater good.
The
Time to do
greater
some
good.
questionable shit.
Exactly.
There you go.
A bit tomorrow.
All right, so you've got your new license. You can go ahead and upgrade the license. Yeah, oh, you already did. Okay, good.
Oh, you know what?
way
I'm
ahead of
dumb.
you.
We have 46 platinum.
That's 460 gold.
Yeah.
All right, so you now have upgraded your license. What is Belle's next plan?
Belle's next plan is to do some research on the Lich's God. Because obviously, I know that the book I'm holding is something that is trapping the actual god, but she wants to do some bit more information to understand their god and whatnot.
Okay. So you're looking for information on the dark god Zaros.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not heading back yet to tell the others about your discussion with the general?
No, well, to be honest, I think they're dealing with a bunch of bullcrap that she doesn't agree with, especially with having people now added to this group, which is, I think, putting everyone more at risk. So she'll just wait until the evening when everyone else has
sense.
kind of gone to bed, and then
Right.
she doesn't have to lay that information to them.
All right, so give me a perception check to see if you can find any good books.
I can't see shit.
All right, so you
What I will do, I'm going to use my inspiration and try a fucking again.
okay? It can't be worse, right?
Exactly.
All right, a 14. Also, I'm glad you guys are starting to use your inspiration. Thank you.
I've
finally.
used it a couple of times.
I've used it twice.
I've used it 3.
All right, so
Jade.
with 14, you are able to find very little on the Dark God Zaros, but you do happen to find a singular volume that mentions not necessarily the Dark God himself, but it seems to be some sort of log of an expedition into some sort of hidden ice temple in the Sacred Spire.
That's the second thing I was going to look at was the Sacred Spire. When you were talking about this, I was like, we haven't even looked at it because that priest from 10 sessions ago disappeared and we've never found him since.
Could have gone there. Oh no.
Well, the other priest said
did.
he did, so that is
Could've.
why.
Yeah. So you do find a book that mentions this old, decrepit temple in the Sacred Spire. So crack open this book and you start reading it, and it starts detailing all the different murals and things on the walls. And while the book itself doesn't directly talk about the Dark God Zaros, or name him as such, I should say, it does talk about what these murals depict. And in these murals, or the descriptions of them at least, it tells you about how the Dark God Zaros, before everybody forgot about him, and before he was sealed away, actually ruled all of Nolia. He had a massive army of undead. He had several generals that worked directly under him, and essentially waged a war on the light. In that war, he was winning. It was essentially a continent of undead where all living things were the minority. People were the monsters of this island. This continent was an absolutely dark place to live. Anybody that wanted to survive essentially had to do horrible things just to keep from being prey to another. It was very much a survival of the fittest situation. And at the top of it all sat Zaros. And Zaros believes in one ironclad rule, which is only the fit deserve to survive. That culling the weak makes the whole stronger. So in the eyes of the Dark God Zaros, it's better that the weak suffer and die so that the strong aren't held back by them. There's various depictions of human sacrifice, sacrificing animals. There's information about multiple cursed rituals, but it's not complete information, more along the lines of depicting such pictographs of the rituals being performed, more so than instructions on how to do the actual rituals themselves.
Cool. Okay.
It also gives a general location of where you can find this temple.
Yes, give it to me now.
So, you're able to tell from the information there that the actual location of the temple is the Sacred Spire's northeastern edge, near the border of Ashenel.
Okie dokie.
And obviously in the book it gives a little bit more detail, and there's what appears to be a hand-drawn map, but generally speaking that's the approximate location, so you have a general idea of where it is on the mountain.
Alright, she'll just copy that, and just so she's got that information available.
Okay.
You never know.
Are you attempting to copy the map or just the words?
The map.
Okay. Then go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see how deft you are at copying this.
It looks like stick drawings.
It does. It's not very accurate at all, but you're like, yeah, I generally get it. That's just close enough.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
It's a
said
stick
all the-
figure that's supposed
I
to
said
be
all the
map.
words. They may not have been in the right order, but I said all the words.
I made this, thank you very much. Now put it on top of the fridge.
Exactly.
Toby's going to
Where's
see
my
it and
magnet?
go. Toby's going to see this and go, when did we get kids here?
Bologna.
Especially with his cartography skills.
Exactly.
He's gonna be like, oh, you drew a rock. That's a map. Oh, that's what I meant. This is a map?
Yeah, that is the sacred spire. And that is Ashina. Yeah. Now put it on
Apparently, Patrick can draw better than Bologna.
Apparently.
she's not deft with drawing, she's deft with killing.
Exactly.
That's her job.
I mean, that's also kind of what Petra's good at, too.
And then what she will like to do, her last thing, and then you can go to someone else if you want to, is she wants to go into the restricted section to see anything about shadow magic.
Okay. Anything in particular about shadow magic?
Well, seeing as she's like a shadow mage herself, and she's obviously just kind of remembered earlier for a couple of months, she just wants to see about any information that she can maybe use to utilize her spells or enhance her spells. And kind of going to go along those lines to see what, other information and what connection she has to the magic.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
That's literally it.
Yep.
Didn't even roll.
Alright, so with a 12, you do find a book that talks about the effects of shadow magic on shadow magic users. And as time goes on and the more shadow magic is used, the stronger these effects and the more of these effects that tend to happen to the user. So, of the effects that can happen to a shadow magic user, there can potentially be up to and including any of the following 6 symptoms that a shadow magic user can experience. First is that their skin can become colder. They can lose the fleshy warmth that the average living creature has. They also can appear to stop breathing when they're sleeping.
That's
When-
just sleep apnea. That's shadow magic.
Yeah, exactly. Then also, when they are injured, their blood moves a lot slower than the average person. So if they are cut deeply, it'll actually bleed a lot less than you would expect it to bleed from somebody else.
If you prick us, do we not bleed? Well, kind of.
And that can progress even further to the point that the heartbeat actually slows down to the point that your beats per minute can go down to literally 1 beat per minute. And it can actually get to the point where your heart beats so infrequently that every time it beats, it surprises you. It's just a shock that, oh my god, that thing happened. You can also end up developing a sort of indifference to life where you see corpses and living creatures equally. You treat them
that's already
essentially the
happened.
same.
Oh, she's already got that.
Just waiting for everyone to open their conversation. Like, wait for it.
And eventually, you will stop blinking. As your
Basically,
body begins to change, you blink less and less frequently.
Cool.
Okay, so she's gonna be a necrophiliac's favorite toy. Okay.
Oh wow, Jesus Christ.
Basically, yeah.
Well, you know, I guess it's better than eating babies.
I would take eating babies over that personally.
I mean, I don't take either if I had a choice. But these have been pushed upon me, apparently. Human trafficking, eating babies, and now necrophilia, I'd
Yep.
like to add.
Well, you're not the
Yeah.
necrophiliac. You're the necrophiliac's wet dream.
Ugh.
I'll still defend Bella on that one. At least the kid was given to people who were responsible and fucking gonna take care of it.
Like, please remember, this woman gave her baby away. And then
Yeah,
ran away.
and then you sold the baby, so, like...
Well,
Yeah.
it was better than Raynor having the fucking baby, wasn't it? Oh, I have this baby. Don't touch the baby.
Raynor would probably actually have been a decently okay dad.
Probably. Alright, so... You managed to
I
find
mean,
these books. Are you heading
he's a
back
cleric.
now, or... Well, actually, you'd be stuck in the library for a while reading all that. So
Yes.
we're going to come back to you. You're reading books happily. Alright,
Mhm.
Petra, you've arrived back.
Yep.
Toby's gone home. Windsor went back to the estate. So everybody but Belle has now met up in the main hall.
Well, Petra will just shout, Toby!
Why are you shouting? I'm right here.
Oh, hi. We want to get alchemy supplies for Eifira here. She's interested in doing alchemy stuff.
It's gonna
Okay.
cost 400 gold.
It's gonna cost 400 gold.
Right. Okay. I can understand. Why don't you just use new supplies?
Because then I don't have my supplies.
Yeah, but you wouldn't carry them around with you all the time, would you?
She has been.
Yeah, but if we can get
Yeah.
a crafting room and just get the supplies for Eifira to make stuff.
I would imagine
just-
that my supplies and the supplies for a whole crafting setup are very different.
Yeah, she has on-the-go supplies.
Fair. Okay, fair enough. So 400, you say?
Yeah.
Well, I have a similar proposition with Godwin here, where if we can set up a carpentry section for him, he can maintain the grounds for us. It'll only cost 200 though.
That's rule.
And in comes Windsor.
could-
Hey guys, I have a proposition.
Yeah, it only costs 300.
And at this point, I was thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna take my money. Like, I just don't want to share this.
Yeah, we don't expect you to.
Good, because she ain't.
We know Belle doesn't care.
You say
Belle's
care.
not known for her
actually-
generosity.
You say don't care, but actually putting people at risk by making a house full of people and then putting them in a vulnerable position is actually putting them more at risk than where they were already. Thank you very much.
Right, so what's the plan, guys?
Well, like I say, that's the two propositions. We've just got to act on whether we're happy enough to spend the money for them.
Mm,
We also do
I
have what was his name? Yeah, I'm not gonna try and pronounce that. The male dwarf that was a merchant,
Yeah, he's a
Bjarki.
merchant.
Bjarki, that could also potentially be the intermediate in terms of getting them supplies when they need it.
Oh yeah. I'll be having a word with him in a minute anyway. But then we're just sorting out these two
I-
things.
Petra will pipe up. I can put down 200 gold for the carpentry shit. And she'll just pull out 200 gold from her bag.
Oh, we have enough gold for both anyway. It's only 600 gold.
Well, how much will it be to? Well, got to remember the farming, how much would be supplies, and tell them what can be planted there for both alchemy and cooking and such. Which would
Yeah.
help
Right.
alleviate the cost of stuff.
It's a long
How do you
fucking
have-
list, so I'm just.
Well, no, let's
Um,
go with the basic supplies. What do we need for without seeds? Worry about seeds later, but just for the
Alright, so to set up the farming equipment, you were actually correct. It's 300 gold pieces for all the farming equipment required, not including any seeds or anything. And that does come with an ox to help pull a plow.
So in total, we're talking 900 gold.
For everything all in, yeah.
Okay. So other than Belle, who's not here, because let's be honest, she doesn't really care about people. But I can understand her reasonings. Is everyone happy for us to spend 900 gold to get all these supplies for various people?
I think it's a plan, and also in the meantime, once we get it
Petra
set up,
will stay firm on her. She'll spend the 200 for the carpentry stuff, just so that we
Okay.
have some stuff in the Wolf Sentinel company for merchant things.
You were saying
Well,
you?
we've still got another 460.
Hold on. New is talking. She got interrupted. Go ahead,
New's
New.
gonna point out that once they get the alchemy stuff set up, we can also, and she gets Eifira, at least basically trained, she can start making like healing potions or something that we can sell to recoup some of that losses.
Yeah, that's correct. The merchant guy would help out with that a lot.
I'm sure there are many guilds that could potentially use some potions for healing for people that are off traveling.
As well as ourselves.
You were saying, Toby?
Yes, basically, we've still got another 460 gold, or like it's in platinum. We've still got 46 platinum in the
That's
Sentinel company.
true.
So we've got
But
loads of
Petra
money
has
there.
Petra has like 496 gold.
Oh, we got a little bit then.
Yeah, she has enough to spare.
Toby's got more, but we won't talk about that.
Not a competition. No someone's bigger dick than yours. Blah 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 blah.
I was just thinking that.
Well, Toby does have a bigger dick than she has.
Alright, so are you guys going to be purchasing the equipment?
If everyone's happy with it, I would say yes.
I
Sounds
would
fine
say
to
it
me.
would be worth it. Yeah.
Right, so, in that case,
I'll mark
900
up
gold.
900 gold. Yep.
And then that will give you the farming equipment, the carpentry equipment, and the alchemy equipment.
I'm gonna turn
For the crafting rooms, if you go ahead and look at the crafting, at the estate map, real quick.
Okay, Petra, are
There
you
we
still
go.
putting in the 200 gold, or are you not?
Yep.
Okay, right.
Just did it.
So we're down to
245.
25.
45,
Assuming
I said.
Oh, 45.
Assuming Eifira is in B4, like Petra said, then I think it makes sense to set up her alchemy stuff in the crafting room, literally right next to that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Where do you want to put the carpentry stuff?
Let me take a look-see here.
C1 main floor, near where his room is.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you, Toby?
I would
that's
say, I would say C2 actually, just so it's a bit less of a travel between the wings. That's just me though.
Alright, we'll do C2. Alright, and then last but not least, the farming equipment.
C4.
Farming equipment
That's going to be posted
can
outside.
go mostly in the warehouse. So,
Yes,
Right.
we can stay
The ox is going to go in the paddock. And
yeah, so the farming equipment stuff isn't actually going to be taking up a crafting room.
Awesome.
So 2 of your crafting rooms are now occupied. That is C2 on level 1 and C4 on level 2. Alright. Let me fast forward time a little bit here. There we go. Alright, so it's now into the afternoon. You guys have gotten all that stuff set up. You went out, you bought the tools, you helped bring them back. It took up most of the rest of the day. It's roughly around 4 o'clock. Is Belle heading back yet, or is she going to stay out later?
No, she'll head back.
Okay, so she heads back, gets there. As they're shipping all of these massive containers full of tools and things into the house.
She'll just walk in.
Alright, so you head into the house. All the tools are being put away. You see basically everybody's generally running around the same area. Do you tell them everything you found, or are you going to go do something else first?
Are the hirelings still around?
They come and go, but they're not necessarily right in that area.
Okay, well, I'll go try and get to every person and say, look, meet up in, like, I don't know, the kitchen in an hour. We have to discuss our next steps.
Right. So you guys decide to use the kitchen as a meeting space?
Or we can use the dining hall, because we have a dining hall, don't we?
Yep, you have the dining dance hall. You can also, if you so choose, turn one of the crafting rooms into a sort of study / like planning room. That is an option.
I don't think that's something we need to do right now.
Yeah, I mean, not right this second, but I'm saying that's
I'd
an option for the future.
I mean, I'd prefer to save them for, potential money making in the future.
Okay. Well, you guys meet up in the dining room regardless, unless anybody's not going to answer
Petra
Belle's
didn't hear
summons.
Alona.
Why wouldn't you hear me? I said I go to every person.
Yeah, she went to every individual person.
Oh! Petra's running late. All
Okay.
you hear is just rapid footsteps as she smacks into the door and then opens it and walks in.
All right, is everybody else there, or is anybody doing
I'll
anything else?
I'm ready to go.
All right, so we'll say everybody's there except for Petra, who runs face first into the door and then like slips in and acts like you guys didn't see nothing.
Damn, I thought this was illusionary.
Cool. And I'll just pretty much exposition dump about Poglioria and Rodnia. She'll give her opinion as well. She says, realistically, I know we're all here and we're all trying to help with these people, but realistically, we have not got all the time. We're going to be entering into winter soon. We've only killed 1 lich out of the remaining 4. I think our next best plan is to go to Poglioria.
I agree with that.
Why? Oh, what? Because of the obviously we lost contact with them.
Yes.
Two
Does
questions.
sound like a good idea. Yeah.
1, did you tell them about the Byralian military coming into Fondanian land? And 2, what did he give you as a reward?
Okay, so 1, no, I didn't, because if I told him that, then we'd have to deal with the fact that we broke the laws in another person's country.
You
And
didn't
then
have to know why they were there. We were attacked by them.
So the best thing for us to do is to not escalate it by saying, oh, by the way, they've attacked us, and then they'll go, why did they attack you? And we go, I don't know why they didn't attack us. Then they have a conversation, and then they go, oh, actually, the reason why we're attacking them is because they fucking stole slaves. That's what the actual conversation will get to. And then it comes back to us going,
No.
you stole
You
slaves.
stole slaves. We didn't know.
Oh, so now
You're
it
right.
matters
Okay,
now.
moving on.
Now it matters.
Hey.
Okay, so
Moving
Windsor
on.
wants to know how cleanly was the apple sliced?
Oh, it was clean. It was like a thin crisp. And then I destroyed the door.
He just
I'll
puts
say,
back all the fruit he collected.
and now I have pebbles. I'll tell them about the the unembedded magic stones that we have and the 3 that we were given. That's what he gave us.
Sounds like something Toby could make use of, considering he can imbue things with magic.
It sounds like they imbue themselves. So any of the magic users may be able to use them.
They can store magic on their own. They can't use the magic as they are. Essentially, they gather energy over time, but you have to do something with the gem itself for it to be able to release that energy in a controlled way.
Toby
So,
thing.
for example, if Toby wants to use it for storing a spell, he can alter it in a way that it would store a particular spell and then be able to cast that spell once a day. Whereas, if you try to use it as it is now, it would just be a magical detonation.
Cool.
I will just give him the stones and say, do with what this witch. I'm guessing as you said, you're the best person to deal with him.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
And as we discussed, Men of Knowledge, Tony, you'll recognize these gems as part of the diagrams that you saw before.
Yeah, I'll look over them and I'll be like, that'd be interesting. Interesting tools to use. I'll have to start setting up a workshop soon.
Cool. So, when are we going to be heading out next?
I'd like to spend a day or 2 teaching Eifira at least the basics. I don't know. Meta question, how long would that probably take?
She already knows the basics. You literally asked me if she knows.
She knows more. Technically, in the nicest way of saying, she knows more than you because she's a trained person to do it.
Well,
She's
Niu
done it
went
more
to
than you
college,
have.
so
No,
Niu's
no,
actually trained too.
Yeah, no, I mean in the sense of alchemy because you've been training to become an alchemist.
Yeah.
You were not a natural alchemist, but in magic, yes, you have been taught magic.
No,
She's
the
not a
college
natural
actually
alchemist
taught
either.
alchemy too.
But Niu would
Anyway.
still have to take some time to, teach her at least a couple basic recipes.
Teach her
I'm
some
going
of the
to
health
assume she just
potions.
doesn't know those things.
True.
Teach her some of the health potions. It'd be useful for us, and also we could use it to sell.
It takes the same amount of time for her to learn a recipe that it would take for Niu.
Yeah, that's
Which
what I figured.
is
It depends on the recipe.
For the basic potion of healing, it's a whole day. If I wanted to also teach her like the potion of greater healing, that's another 2 days.
I vibe with that.
And how much supplies do we have for how many potions? Like how long she has supplies for?
Also, meta question.
Yeah.
Value of a potion of healing and a potion of greater healing, like if we were to sell them.
Why do you need that knowledge?
Because my thought was instead of tracking each individual thing, we just be like, oh, we've been gone, 5 days. She was capable of making 5 potions of healing instead of having to be like, oh, we supplied all the supplies and stuff. We'd be like, we subtract the value of the supplies from the value of the potion. We made X profit.
Are we
Yeah,
at
I
that?
was planning on doing that already. Yeah. So, essentially, with a full alchemy setup, which you guys bought her, she can produce up to 3 potions a week. As for the cost of those, each potion that she makes depends on the potion itself. But essentially, you wanted to know which potion?
Healing and greater healing.
So, the potion of healing is worth 50 gold. A potion of greater healing is worth 100 gold.
Okay, now follow-up question, because you said 3 potions a week. Is that any potion? Because some of these potions, for me anyways, would take longer than a week to craft. Not that I know those potions yet, but, you know, meta question.
Said up to.
Up to. But then also some potions, like the potion of healing, is a 1-day crafting time.
She would be doing other things in the course of a week. She wouldn't just be doing
Yep.
potions religiously every single day of the week.
Essentially, you can pick up to 3 potions. However, if one of those potions, for example, let's just say, one potion takes 2 weeks, then if you have her craft 3 of those, she can only do those 3 potions. Essentially, she can only work on 3 potions at any given time, and she can only produce up to 3 in a week.
Gotcha. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, in the case that I teach her a potion of healing and a potion of greater healing, she could make essentially 1 potion of greater healing and 1 potion of healing a week, assuming she augments one of the 2 healing potions that she would make, hence 3, into a greater healing. Is that how I'm understanding this correctly?
Yep.
Okay.
Any
150 gold a week,
3
though, that
potential
ain't bad.
crafts. Now, one of the important things to note with her, being that she's sitting stationary and she's working with a full alchemy setup, her alchemy is a guaranteed success. If it comes to crafting a potion, she can craft it.
I'm down.
So, less risk. Obviously, you're crafting stuff on the move with a makeshift kit that you carry with you. So, you have to roll to see if it goes well, etc. In her case, if you're like, hey, can you craft this potion? Then whenever that potion would be done, she will be done with it, and it will have been an automatic success.
We would make 110 gold a week if she was crafting.
If
And
we
we
were
were
able to
selling.
sell it at 110 gold, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
just because it's worth that much doesn't mean we'll be able to sell it for that much.
At least, I would say maybe 75 gold a week.
Either way,
Oh,
that's not
awesome.
bad. It's going to pay for itself. And I am inclined to lean towards we will be able to sell it closer to full value if, like I said, we are selling them to guilds that need to use them themselves, so that we're not selling them to somebody who's going to resell them, we're selling them to somebody who's going to use them.
Alright, so we'll do some basic math here to set it up for how much you guys are going to make per week, and then we'll move on. So the way I'm going to do this is we'll say that you guys make a profit of 75 gold per week for her crafting potions, okay? Doesn't have to be any specific potion, we'll just say 75 a week for what she crafts, okay? Then we'll say that that's after the merchant gets his cut. However, you have 6 people living there that need, obviously, food and things like that. Now, they have upkeep. I mentioned this at the very beginning. There are, upkeep costs and things like that for just staying alive in general.
Yeah, but your upkeep costs include shelter. Shelter's already been taken out of, so anyways.
I'm
So
just
I
going...
even-
Yeah, I know. I'd shift
I'm just making it nice and easy. This covers, things like food, clothes, all that stuff. You can give them up to as much gold per day as you want, but keep in mind there's 6 of them, so however much you decide to give them, you're going to be losing 6 times that much. So if you want them to live comfortably, that's 12 gold a week that you're going to lose out of your profits.
So we'd make 63 a week still. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Do you want to make 63 a week?
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's
make them
fine.
live in squalor or something, so
Yeah.
like we want to treat them decently.
Okay. Then 2 gold
They are-
pieces per day. They're going to be living comfortably. Keep in mind that's per day, not per week.
You said
Just-
per week, though.
Did I say per week? I meant per
Yes,
day.
you said
You
12.
did.
I apologize. That's per day.
That's 1.2 platinum pieces a day. So it's
And keep in
7
mind, a
above
D&D
8
week is 10 days. So that'd be 120 gold a week for them to live comfortably.
So we're already at a deficit.
What's 1 gold a week? The like comfortableness of that?
That'd be 60. So you would make
but
a
I mean-
profit of 15.
But I mean, what's the like level of comfort?
That would be a modest living. Essentially, they have everything they need, such as food, clothes, and stuff like that, but they're not buying themselves any niceties. You know, they can't be like, you know what, I really want to try that nice restaurant down the street. I'll save up a little bit and I'll go try the restaurant next week. It's gonna be more like, okay, I've got enough food to get by, I'm doing okay, I'm not hungry, but I can't afford to go down to the bakery and pick up any sweet rolls.
I feel like we kind of need to go with modest for now, and then when we're making more, we can adjust.
Well, also, with the farmer, we could every year sell the crops and stuff and get good stuff there. But we should also probably look into buying something in bulk, and when we travel, selling that to make more money.
Yeah,
Well,
modest is
or
still
when we get
fine
back.
for now.
We do
Yeah.
have a hireling that is a capable merchant, so while we're out traveling, they can keep an eye on the markets and potentially buy something up.
Just got to make sure to leave enough gold for him to be able to do that with.
Yep.
I'll be having a word with him tomorrow anyway.
So how many days are we doing this? Sorry, just to get back to the original discussion, because we've said that we're going to give them a modest living, so it's 1 gold piece a day. With regards to then how many days we're going to be spending in Talura, how many days are we wanting to spend? 1 or 2 days?
2 days would probably be best if that's okay with you.
3
Bilal.
would be what would be required for me to teach her the 2 potions, like I said, which would get us the 75 gold a week, unless that's just any potion that she makes is going to cost that. I'm not sure how you intended that to work.
We'll just say 3 days. Get ready to go. Just,
Right.
generally prepare.
So what are you guys going to be doing for 3 days then?
Exactly.
Well, let's start at the top of the list and work our way down. What is Belle working on for 3 days?
Realistically, she doesn't have much to be working on. She'll just be doing research. That's really all she can do, and maybe improving where she's living, but that'll be about it.
Okay. Any particular way you would like to improve her living?
Like a nicer bed, although Nu's saying that she wants to use all of those rooms as a crafting room, I still think that if we're going to be doing this and it's going to be a big game, which it has been, we do need to make a meeting room where we all kind of have everything and all the information in it.
You certainly have the time. Are you going to be buying the furnishings or are you going to have them made?
She could buy some of the furnishings, but most of them will have to be made.
I
Okay.
think that's a decision to be made among the group, not just any one person. That's why I
If
said
she's
that's my 2
paying
cents.
for it, it's her decision.
I wouldn't say I'd use any of the money in the group, especially when it comes to my
if
own
she's
furniture.
paying for it, then it's entirely up to her. Of course, if you guys decide later that you don't like the modification she made, that's between you guys. But there are a total of 8 crafting rooms. 6 are available. I think making a planning room is probably the smart idea, because right now you guys don't have any big major plan things that you have to do, but you may need a planning room later. And this also gives you a secure location to talk where you don't have to worry about eavesdropping or anything like that. Especially if someday you happen to hire a hireling who's working for the other team. That being said, what room do you want to do?
Let me just give them up. Sorry, just checking. Yeah, we can do upstairs. Which ones have been taken? Just so I know.
Okay.
The one below B4 has been taken.
And
Yeah.
C2 on the ground floor.
Let's see
Yeah,
what's on
so on the top row, I forgot to number them, but they go 1, 2, 3, 4, just, starting on the left, going to the right. So on the top floor, or second story, C4, which is the right side one, is taken. And then on the bottom floor, C2 is taken.
Okay, so on the top floor, C2 then. I think.
Okay, so C2 is going to be that. Okay. Yeah, I think having a study is a good idea.
We could also always repurpose one of the empty rooms too.
Yeah, vice versa as well.
Yeah, we do have quite a few rooms.
Yeah, you have 8 rooms. So that's not including the master bedroom.
Oh, master bedroom's already been taken, so...
Yeah.
C2.
Alright, C2 it is. And bedrooms can probably be repurposed later as crafting rooms. They're relatively the same size.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, no, you only get this many of that kind of room. If you guys were like, you know what, we're gonna put a bunch of bunk beds in one room and everything is a crafting room, that's on you. It's your house. Alright. So you're making C2 on level 2 a study. Alright. So for the furnishings, let's see. What are you wanting to furnish it like? Are you just talking like a simple desk, or are you talking like nice towering bookshelves and fully stocked bookshelves? And are you talking like you want a nice globe and multiple charts and things like that, or are you talking, like I said, just like a simple desk and a chair?
I think like a nice big table would be good. Another map of Nolia would be good to have, and then like some little kind of pins and stuff like that we could put down to where we've been previously and stuff like that.
Okay, so like a nice war planning table kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll speak to the carpenter as well to see what he can and what he can't do.
Okay.
So that I can save the cost on buying it all. But I think I'd like to buy a nice big table, which I think would be good.
So if Goldwyn makes the table for you, Goldwyn can do the table for 3 gold, and it'll take 2 days, which you obviously have that time.
Yeah.
If you buy it, you can have the table today, but it's going to cost you 10 gold.
Let's see. I'll get him to pay, right? Because I've got enough for me to give him some money.
Okay. So, like I said, pay that, and then after 2 days, he will have the table done, and it'll be in the room. As for the maps, who are you going to for the maps? You going into town, or are you going to the merchant that works with you guys?
I mean, he doesn't really know much about the town. He's not really gone to Talora, I'm guessing, because he was in Boralia.
He has not, but if you tell him that, hey, keep an eye on the markets when you find these maps when they're cheap, I want you to get them then you won't have the maps today, you probably won't have the maps before you leave, but you will get them cheaper in the long run.
Cool. I'll just give him like 5 gold and say, look, can you just get us a couple of maps? And then just let me know when the good price is good. If anything, I'll take him around Talora so he can get a better understanding as to how it works and stuff like that.
Okay.
I've got the time, so.
Yep.
Oh,
now it's
I hate
3 minutes
also
after.
Bologna.
Go ahead.
I didn't know. First of all, I never said I hated these people. I just say I don't want to put these people at risk. But at the end of the day, we have now got these hirelings. I'd rather pay them for them to get to do the things that they can do.
Yeah, I know. I'm just poking fun.
I hate people.
I think they just like giving you shit, is what it is.
Well, and everyone complains when they get bullied, but I'm the person who gets bullied the most.
Yeah, but you're easy to bully, so that's on you.
I know.
Hey, Petra bullies herself. She calls herself dumb.
All right, so it is 4 after, so we're gonna go ahead and take a break for about 10 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I was talking with Toby about this over the break. Potions are actually 150. The greater potion are 150, not 100. But I'm gonna keep the math the same because it's a nice, clean 10% profit per potion. So you get 15 of the 150 gold. That comes out to the 75. Or, sorry. That's not how that math works out at all. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
really
I
doesn't.
apologize.
That's
3 times
per,
15 equals 75. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Okay.
I was
that's
thinking
per
25.
potion, right?
Yeah. You get 25 per potion. And so, yeah, they're actually worth 150, but
That's greater
we're not
potion.
going to redo the math. We're just going to keep it as is.
Yeah. Well, we'll do the math afterwards.
No, I'm just going to keep it as it is. 75 and then 16 expense, 15 profit total per week, which is really good for passive income.
Yeah.
Speaking of passive income, I did a little mathing while on break here as a point of something that we can know meta knowledge to work towards. Assuming we've filled every single room, with the way we have it set up, if we did 10-day weeks, 1 gold a day for 6 days, 2 gold a day for 4 days, so that they have some spending money. 378 gold a week. If it's 7 and 3, it's 351. So something that we can keep in mind for future shenanigans as we get more people.
There'll be also upgrades and things like that too, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Lots of
We'll worry
stuff to
about
think
that
about in
later.
the future. Not to mention, alchemy is not the most profitable business. There are
Sick.
others. Alright, so
When do we start making the glass brothel?
Fuck off.
alright, so we know who we're throwing under the cart.
Petra kills Tooney.
Right. We are gonna
Yep.
say 3 days have passed.
Well, what was everyone else doing? Sorry, so I don't think we went through what everybody else was doing. You only went through what I went, so I just want to say that.
I'm just gonna say 3 days have passed. Petra, what have you done for the last 3 days?
Petra will have been looking for stuff that they could probably sell on the road.
Okay, so checking the markets.
Probably going to the Merchant's Guild to look at notices or whatever. Like others have done.
Okay. So you go to check to see on the notice board if there's any information, any packages, or anything like that. There's currently no packages headed in the direction that you're going, towards Paglioria. Kind of for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are goods that are for sale. At the warehouse, they have for sale coffee is in abundance at the moment, so it's a fairly good deal on coffee prices. And they also have celery. Keep in mind, celery, while it being extremely expensive, also is a perishable.
How long does it take to perish?
3 weeks.
How long does it take to perish if Niu's using her cold breath to keep it chilled for every day for 3 weeks?
It wasn't there an option in the wagoneering that we could get something that keeps things cool? And we're going towards Paglioria. Oh, that's not too far. It's like a couple weeks.
I'm double checking the wagoneering upgrade. I don't think there was anything that would make food and stuff not spoil faster. I don't see anything that would do that. No, I don't think that's a thing. But I like the cold breath idea. That's pretty creative. If you cold breath on it every day, and you keep it in some sort of insulated container, I'll double it. I'll give you 6 weeks.
Awesome.
You know, I've got purify food and drink as well.
No, we didn't know that.
You could have brought that up first.
I
Just
don't
saying.
think purify, yeah, but that's not gonna make it keep longer, would it?
So
I'm gonna double check. Let me read it. Hold on.
any non-magical food or drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered at the point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
That does not mean
That
it doesn't still spoil.
free it of rot, though. Because rot isn't a disease. That's more
Well, technically
so...
it is. It's a disease of the cells breaking down.
Oh my god.
Because technically that's why we all die, because the cells...
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna
stop
say
breaking.
purify food and drink doesn't work on natural spoilage.
Spoilage.
It would kill the bacteria causing the spoilage, but it would still already be spoiled. Like, for example, if you had
Okay.
rotten meat and you cast that, it would kill the bacteria that had made the meat rotten, but the meat itself would still be rotten. So you could
But then
technically
surely if
still
I-
eat the meat, but it would taste terrible.
But if I
Isn't
cast
that
it every
Petra?
single day, it would never get rotten, because then the bacteria would never gain hold.
That's true.
I'm gonna say the amount of bacteria that would develop over that day, it would essentially, I would say that it would essentially work the same way as the cold breath every day. I would allow you, because the creativity, I would allow you to say that it would double the spoilage time.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
Stop giving in. Stop giving in to File.
No, I like it. It's a good idea. Because technically you are killing the bacteria that's causing the decay of the product.
okay, well, Petra will relay that information to the rest of the group and see what they think.
Get coffee.
Toby and Windsor in particular.
Get coffee.
Celery's a lot more
Okay.
expensive too.
Yeah, celery's more expensive. It's highly perishable. Plus, celery's shit. So just get coffee.
Yeah, not to mention we're going
Okay.
into a war zone, so coffee is just more.
Okay, and Petra will go get the coffee.
Okay.
She'll bring
How
the
much
wagon
coffee
with
are
her.
you gonna buy?
How much does it cost, and how much could I carry?
Okay. So for a well, are you talking about carry by hand or in the cart?
In the
wagon?
in the wagon, obviously.
Okay. So in the
It's
wagon,
Petra, so
you can carry, let's see, let me double check my math real quick, because I don't want to do a 15 times 3 equals 75 again, because that was dumb.
we love that
let's
kind of math.
So you can, the wagon's carry weight, let me check. Okay, so the wagon is at 1450. That's a big wagon. You guys had good wagons so far. I'm gonna say you could comfortably fit, let's see, that's okay, let's go. You can carry 29 containers of coffee.
Does that leave space for you to craft?
That does not.
How much would I need to drop for that to happen?
Okay, so
6.
you can carry 23. If you
Okay.
keep room for new to craft, you can carry 23 cases of coffee.
How much does it cost?
Each case is 8 gold pieces.
Petra will bargain to see if she can get at least 10 off of that, since she's buying quite a bit of it. Even if it's on sale.
So, what do you say? And then I'll need a persuasion check.
There's a chance I could get 10 off of that, we're gonna be transporting it quite a ways, and also we're buying quite a bit of it. Might be back for more later date, possibly even.
Persuasion?
Yeah. That one. Damn.
Alright. So in 18, are you talking 10 or 10%?
It's 10 gold.
Right. So, with an 18, they think about it and they go, alright, I can do 10 off for the lot of it. Yeah. So, it'll be 175 gold and 6 silver.
Oh, I have to do math. Where'd my phone go? I'm not good at math.
Good.
You said
No,
100,
sweet.
110 gold and 6 silver. So it's $110.60.
175 gold
Yeah.
I'm
and
okay
6
with
silver.
that too. Let's plug my
Okay,
hearing
so
aid
that
in.
will bring us down to 70. Then this will bring us down to 15. Alright. Petra will shake his hand, start loading
How
all the
did you pay
coffee.
for that?
The company.
Okay, cool. Do you have the coin on you?
It is not. Because
Ah.
Toby's the treasury.
God damn it, Toby.
I'm just saying. Would
Petra
you?
could afford to pay out of pocket and then later go and get reimbursed.
Petra writes a check and tells him to go cash that at the Bank of Toby.
But wait till Friday.
Yeah, payday.
Alright, so what's the plan, Petra? Are you gonna pay out of
Hold
your
on.
pocket or are you gonna go get Toby?
I'm gonna go get fucking Toby.
Okay. You head back, you go get Toby. Toby, are you willing
Yeah.
to go buy the coffee?
What day is this?
We're just saying over the course of the 3 days, this is what happened.
Okay, cool. Because I want to do other things in those 3 days. So
Yeah.
No.
You'll
This
have
takes like an hour.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll come with help buy the coffee. I'll be like, yeah, sure, sounds fine.
Okay. So you do go buy the coffee. Again, having 175 gold pieces and then 6 silver.
70, and then this becomes 18 again.
I'll give you 23 things of coffee.
Yep, load onto the wagon, get the wagon going and ready to go. Do whatever. Petra's almost 22 years old.
Right. So, is that everything Petra's working on?
Yep.
Okay. Then Toby, what are the other things you want to do for your 3 days?
I wanted to go around with Bell and the merchant dwarf we have because I can't pronounce his name. And I want to do a practical interview on his skills on merchant.
Okay.
So I want him to sell 2 things that I have, and I want to see how much he makes in profit and how he does.
Okay, that seems reasonable. Okay, what 2 things do you want him to sell?
My Ring of Altered Fate, which I'll explain to him what the ring does and how
Okay.
much it's worth.
Alright. And do you remember
What
how much
does
it's worth?
that ring do?
150 gold.
Okay. Alright, so you want him to sell your Ring of Altered Fate, and what else?
My diamond that's worth 860 gold.
Okay.
God damn,
Let
Toby's
me-
becoming rich.
Yeah, if he gets a good deal. Alright, so let me double check the item real quick. This is one of them. And then where is he? Is your diamond? Okay. Right. So I'm going to this. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Okay. So in that case, I already had the calculator open. Oops. Okay. So he managed to sell your Ring of Altered Fate for 180 gold. Roll me another D100. $180 the first one, and then he managed to sell your diamond for 860.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. In case you're wondering, the general idea of how I did that is basically I just went off of the numbers for your rolls for how I multiplied it, and then went from there.
It's fine.
Right. So
I'm superly impressed by his selling skills.
he made you a fistful of money just now. I make sure to remove those from your inventory, as they are now sold. Be sure to add the gold to your inventory as well. That's what you worked on. Is there anything else that you're working on for the 3 days?
Other than that, I would have helped, obviously, go and help Petra. But after that, I would have gone back to the carpenter and helped him, like, do any of the repairing, because he obviously would have seen me help with, like, the mending spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have helped him, like, obviously repair the house up a bit better as
Right.
well.
And by the end of these 3 days, with your help, all of the rooms will be fully repaired, including the roof and all of those nasty little bits that were left behind.
I would have cooked for the 3 days as well.
Okay. Go ahead and make your rolls. Right, there you go. All 3 successes. They're all 3 different days, so you get experience for each day. And moving on to Windsar. What did Windsar do for 3 days?
Chilled out in his man cave.
All right, played video games, had some beers.
I'm sure. I don't know. Not really much he needs to do. I mean, other than a standard training regimen.
Okay.
Help chop down trees and help. Basically, just help do whatever needs to be done.
How about training River to help you cut down the trees to help him be a bit more of a labourer on the land?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right,
Ash tree,
so
good.
teaching River some general skills for cutting down trees
You're
for
teaching
lumber.
an idiot.
Good luck.
The tree's gonna fall that way. River. Oh, he's okay. Never mind.
Well, he's about 3 inches shorter, but he lives. So, all right. All right. So you're teaching River how to do manual labor. Hopefully, he can learn that. That's not difficult. So, who knows? All right. New. What is New doing for 3 days?
She will spend most of her time teaching Eifira, as well as in the process, brewing a couple potions herself.
Okay. 3 days. Make any rolls that you need to do for whatever potions you're making.
Inventory here somewhere. Let's fucking go. Probably didn't need to click that a second time. Yeah, that's a thing apparently. My rolls suck.
Watch you get another nat one.
Actually, I don't need this. I need to roll just a d20. Cool. Saved the ingredients. Let's fucking go.
See, what she's doing is practical experience. She's showing her what not to do.
This is how you fuck it up. This is how you save it. See, it's an important lesson.
Works. It's fine. It's fine.
Great impression of peanut there.
What's that?
I said great impression of peanut.
Right, so you taught her potion of healing and potion of greater healing?
Yep.
Right? And that covers what you guys did for the 3 days. So in that case, we'll say it's the morning of the 3rd day. You guys have finished all of these various tasks. The estate's fully repaired now. It's mostly functional. Everything seems to be, up and up. Everything's up to code. And then, of course, Petra managed to get the coffee and everything. Toby managed to help with that. Get, like I said, everything repaired. Windsor, he stood out in the backyard and punched at shadows a little bit. Did some meditating. I'm just kidding. But yeah. So, like I said...
Trees.
Yeah, exactly. Chopped down some trees, brought them back. They were turned into lumber so that Toby and the carpenter could use them to work on the building. Also, apparently everybody's struggling with the dwarf's name. I don't know why everyone's struggling with Bjarki.
Bjarki?
Bjarki.
Well, his name's now
Bjarki?
Bjark, for short.
I'm thinking of Sharky.
His name's Jerky.
He's a merchant, so we'll just call him Bill.
Sharky. His name's Sharky.
Greg and Bill. I like it.
Oh, great.
Right. So, it is now the morning 3 days later. You guys have finished up all of your tasks. For the most part, it sounds like everybody's decided that your next stop is going to be Paglioria. Is that correct?
Yep.
No, it's wintertime. Orcs hibernate in the winter, so.
Alright, keep in mind, it, like Windsor was saying there, it is now late, like getting into fall, like later into fall.
Windsor should probably
You've
look
obviously
into
got a
getting
few
a
months
horse.
of fall, but yeah, Windsor, correct, you still don't have a horse.
Oh, how did that happen, dumbass?
Yeah, I wonder, dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass.
Right, so, that being said, you plan to pick up a new horse?
I can't afford one, but they're quite heavy to pick up.
Seeing as I killed his previous horse, how much would a new horse cost him?
Alright, so you go to essentially quote the price on horses. So if you want to replace his horse directly, it's 75 for the horse. Plus, you guys left the horse's corpse behind as you kept moving. Nobody took the harness and stuff off of it. So you will have to repurchase all of the stuff for... obviously. But you will have to repurchase all of the equipment for the horse as well.
Maybe take the dwarf. He might be able to get you a deal.
Windsor's just going to learn to go bareback. Wait, no, we're
that
talking
is,
about
that
the
is
horse.
an option.
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright. So Windsor is suddenly struck by lightning and dies.
Hey, okay, my new character is a human fighter named Poop McFart.
Poop McDinglefart.
Poop McDinglefart, that's right. Member of the 69th Legion.
Right, so, are you going to attempt to purchase the horse yourself, or are you taking the merchant with you?
I'll take the merchant with you. Actually, I'm going to take the merchant, and I'm going to take Toby as he is the treasurer.
Okay.
I don't want to spend all my goddamn fucking money on this horse.
Alright, so you go...
Pay for some of it.
Pay for the horse.
You're the one that headshot the horse. It's only fair that you pay at least a decent amount of it.
I did say I wasn't.
I can't believe you murdered his horse like that. That was...
You made me flip the coin.
I gave everything to fate. It's not my fault your character murdered the
If
horse.
everything is the fate, then it's not my fault, it's fate's fault.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't make the coin flip.
That's
I
right.
didn't
It's
make the
Fate's
coin
fault. Let's get
land.
Scythe to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that checks out. Okay. Anyway, so if you're taking the merchant with you, then you want the horse, and are you buying the tack and harness and everything?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So with the merchant there, I need you to roll a D100.
1 second.
That's a
Yeah,
Q.
Ew.
Yeah, sorry. That's my push to talk. And so they were trying to take it. It was like, roll, and then it just clicked back. I was like, fuck's sake, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Okay.
Q!
Fucking hell.
Shut up, Jake.
So that is, let me see, 75 plus 10. 5. Alright, so he managed to save you a little bit. He managed to talk the guy down from the initial price. He saved you not a whole lot, but the total cost of everything is 85 gold.
Ugh, fuck's sake. Okay, cool. 1 second.
We'll put in 30 gold for it.
I fucking knew you were gonna do that. Fine, I'll pay 55 gold out.
Right? And with that, of course, Windsor will have a new horse, one that's alive.
That's right. Windsor checks the new horse, decides he doesn't like it, asks him to go get him a new model.
I like
Then
to
you
upgrade
get
to a
yours.
newer year.
It's either that horse or nothing.
Alright, Windsor now has a new horse. And you guys are road ready once again.
Yay.
Now, Amaranth, don't burn this one.
If I burn it again, I'm not buying another one. You need to watch what he's doing.
This one's called Blaze, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, Petra will be saying goodbye to her parents, obviously.
Okay. So you say goodbye, you load up your coffee,
Yep.
everything's good to go. It's... Where'd my calendar go? Here it is. Oh, fast forward a day. And then...
She'll tell her mom that she's in charge of the place.
Alright, so the mom is the administrator. She's the steward of the property?
Yep.
Alright, that makes sense. As long as everybody else is not gonna fight on that makes sense. Alright, so...
We'll tell her to go out and find some stray oryx to go train.
Just go train some squirrels. It'll be great.
Right, yeah.
Squirrels have the highest towing power of all the mounds. Alright, so you do that, and then you guys decide to set forth, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
In that case,
Roll again.
time to hit the road. Yeah.
Roll again.
You guys came home for all of like 4 days after traveling for like 2.5 months. You guys were like, yeah, it's good to be home. Alright, let's hit the road.
Somebody wants to save humanity.
So-
we got shit to do.
Someone's got to save the world.
Yeah, somebody's gotta
Ain't
do
gonna
it,
be
right?
them.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's gotta do it. Alright, so
It's a painful job.
it's a nice bright day when you set out in the morning. Clear skies, nothing in your way. You manage to get a decent ways down the road without any real interruption. Let's have those rolls real quick. So, like I was saying, you set out for from Torlura. You've got a general direction that you're heading towards Paglioria, but you haven't really set on an exact destination other than an entire country. But that's a good starting point, at least. You have a general direction. So you set out relatively early in the morning. Obviously, you had a few things you had to do, such as breakfast and load up and get ready to go. You don't bring anything extra with you that you don't need, but it does manage, to prevent you from getting very far with your late start. You do make it most of the way towards the crossroads, but not quite all the way. You can stop next to the river, or you can stop off into the forest to the side. Either one's up to you guys.
We'll stop, I guess, in off to the side before the river, I would say.
Yep.
Alright, so you stop off to the side rather than next to the river. Nice, comfortable, flat ground. You start a fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
And also,
autumn
we make sure to put the latrines downriver.
Smart idea. Right. So, typical watch as usual.
Yep.
Alright.
Oi.
And then I didn't hear you guys. Are you starting a fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you start your fire, you get comfortable, you go to sleep. I need perception checks from everybody that's taking a watch.
That one. Damn it.
Also, I saw for a second when I rolled 1.
Let's see. Okay, so winds are Petra and Toby. Very quickly noticed that there's something in the woods. It's hard to tell what it is. It's late at night, and whatever it is fairly good at hiding itself. But you definitely know that there's something out there in the woods somewhere.
Okay, well, obviously I get relayed on it last, 'cause I'm last in, so.
Yep.
I would just be cautiously watching the woods, but I'm obviously expecting things to be in the woods anyway.
Yep. Whatever this thing is it's definitely hanging just out of view. It's staying generally around your camp, but far enough that the light doesn't seem to touch it. But you guys decide to keep an eye on it. You make it through the night with no problems. So, first thing in the morning, breakfast or no?
Yeah, you can do breakfast.
Right. So, what are you making? Anything nice? Simple breakfast or something
Just
nice?
sausages. Just sausages.
All right. So, a nice sausage breakfast.
I don't want
Takes about an hour to cook and eat everything. One moment here.
Bellon is now scolded by Petra for not eating her food.
I didn't say I wouldn't eat it. I just didn't want sausages. Ugh.
All the foods. Ugh.
All right,
Sausage.
Balana's,
when we're
picky
saving the
about what
world,
meat she eats.
Well,
What
while
was
we're
that?
saving the world, we can't be picky.
Yes, I can. And what did you say, New?
Said Balana's picky about what meat she eats.
Yes, she is. We've already had this discussion.
Look, great.
All
This
right,
is
this
very
is
suggestive.
getting out of hand.
I was
Y'all
like,
are-
that is a very suggestive thing to just say to me.
Oof.
No kidding, right? All right,
Yeah, I have 4 sausages.
rolls are made. How far can
Or
you
some-
make it?
Poor rolls. Of course, New's crafty things.
Right?
Let's roll in. Yes, success. Fucking awesome. Let's go.
What are
So
you even making?
you managed to make it
For the time being, health potions.
throughout the day. Nothing too interesting happens. You make it to the crossroads about midday, and after that, you make it most of the way over towards Inano. By the time that dusk sets, nothing too interesting happens all day, but you manage to find a nice spot to park for the night right about the time it starts to rain slightly. It's very light rain, but it's definitely raining.
Ugh,
Petra's
again?
gonna sleep under the wagon again.
Right. I need perception checks from everybody taking a watch. Belle is just not seeing a damn thing.
And so
2
far,
nights in
no
a
one
row.
told me anything, so I have no idea.
Alright, so
Okay, they haven't told me either.
Petra,
True.
Windsor, and Toby once again notice that there's something in the woods that seems to be following you. Each of
Can
you
I make
notice
out
on
what
your
it is?
respective turns.
Is it like
Uh,
a silhouette? Is there like some sort of silhouette that might give away what it might be?
It is large, and it
That'd be
seems
large.
quadrupedal.
Hmm.
That's kind of weird, running around with 5 legs.
That'd be quintupedal.
Well, when Bologna wakes up, because I'm pretty sure Bologna's the second watch, right?
No,
Let me double check. I've got this
That's
written
real
down.
full
It
watch, that's right.
is Petra, Windsor, Bellona, and then Toby.
Okay, well, Petra will tell Windsor that it is it's very large, and it has 4 legs. It walks on 4 legs.
Okay.
And tell her, and then, he'll tell him to relay that to Toby, and then to have Toby relay that to Bologna.
Bellona is after
Bellonna's
Windsor,
third,
but
Toby's
before
last.
Toby. Toby's last.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh,
Okay.
there's a thing there? Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yep, pretty much.
Am I able to take a close look, or
You can certainly try. Now that you've been alerted to it, you can try another perception check.
cool?
Dark vision, let's go.
Yeah, with advantage for dark vision.
Okay, well, okay. That's good.
Since you've been told that it's there and you have dark vision. 13. You definitely notice that now that it's been pointed out to you, there's definitely something moving around out there. You can't really see it that well, though.
Cool.
Mm.
Alrighty.
Only
Great. So, the night passes without incident, though. It doesn't seem to be hostile, at least not yet. Morning comes. Do you have breakfast?
famous last words.
Yeah, famous last words. It's not
Yes,
hostile
I'll
yet.
make breakfast.
Okay. Make your roll for breakfast.
What is the breakfast?
No, he's making
Is it the
sausages, not rolls.
again?
Today's breakfast is porridge.
I would have laughed if you said rolls. That'd have been amazing. You let me down. This is why your character dies. No.
Although I'd like to say, even with the 2, I still get 21.
Yeah. Right, so breakfast is made. You all get up, get ready, hit the road.
Jack, don't you come back.
Look. I'm trying to be civilized here as a DM, but you're making me want to be a hostile DM right now. I'm just saying.
Look,
I don't
right.
want to blame you, but I blame you.
This is a musical show, okay? Just get used to it.
I blame Toby.
Good. Toby deserves that.
I usually hit
Listen.
me, Toby, or the character played him.
That's how almost every creature seems to hit Toby constantly. Even though he's the highest armor class one here. You see how that works?
You're doing your job as the tank.
Yeah. I get hit still.
Doing your job as the tank, but good.
We
What
just
good's
have
the
no
tank
healer.
when he keeps going down?
Yeah, well, this tank only has a D8 worth of hit points. He doesn't have hit points. That's why he went for a higher armor class.
Petra over here with 87 fucking health,
Someone's got some
barely getting hit. Petra needs to get hit more. It hurts, but she does.
You heard her suck smacking her on the back of the head every time you go by. I just toast burnt fur.
How's that burnt toast treating you?
That's good. I got some butter for it, and I'm smelling fudge.
Alright, so you travel past Pignano and get several hours down the road. At first, it goes pretty smoothly, but around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the rain begins to pick up. And it starts to get fairly harder of a rain. It's not terrible, but it's definitely raining a fair bit. At the same time, as all this rain's coming down and making your day a lot worse, you hear wolves howling, and they appear to be coming from all directions.
Yay.
Woof. Wait, wolves don't actually bark. Never mind.
Do we want to stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the horses in a circle around the wagon, and then just surround the wagon.
Right, so you're gonna stop in the road, get everybody just kind of huddled up and wait for these wolves to
Yep.
attack if they're gonna.
Group together. Petra's gonna draw her Crescent of Warriors code.
I'm going to get off my horse. And,
Okay.
settle
I'm going to
down.
put my horse behind Balana.
And you put it on the opposite side of the wagon from Bologna.
Just leave
Right.
me alone.
As you guys are setting up and getting into position, you hear the howls have gotten much closer.
I just say to everyone else, do you remember that lich that we dealt with the T-Rex? We had
Yeah.
that wolf.
Yeah, that wolf.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see it.
thinking it was
Yep.
that wolf that was stalking
Or
us.
wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Completely different wolf.
That's a blue wolf.
Oh, shit. What
So,
was his
a
name?
bunch of wolves surround you, and one much larger wolf steps out onto the road in front of you and bares his teeth.
Oh, that guy.
It's the
Petra-
wolf from the very beginning of the fucking campaign. Fuck.
Petra like squints her eyes at the very large blue wolf. Hey, it's the thunder guy. And she just wave.
Oh, technically,
Toby has no fucking
We
clue.
don't
Toby has
know
no
that
fucking
for sure. Defile hasn't said. That's just my, inkling.
It-
I was going to say,
Neither
did the blue one like us or the red one? I can't remember.
The red
The red
one
one liked us. The blue one
Oh, we're
didn't.
fucked. Okay.
Oh, we're fucked. All right.
And we have no idea. Because we're like, oh, there's a wolf. Kill it.
All right.
Hey,
So,
we've got a couple of dead goblins about a day's travel back.
wrong campaign.
Oh, damn.
Toby pulls his rifle out and starts aiming at like the wolves.
Right. Do we recognize this blue wolf?
You can certainly try. That'd be a history check.
I'm doing it.
Considering I
Damn.
have +8 to history, let's fucking go. I know everything.
You know that that wolf is absolutely, definitely, for sure the wolf that you met when you were helping out the citizens of Welton.
What was its name, though?
That is
All you
the
know is
Thunder
that,
Wolf Bolt.
Bolt, right.
but you don't know his name because he never told you. But you have the image in your mind of
Of a
thunder.
lightning bolt. Yeah.
Yeah. Petra don't
You-
know. Shh.
So as you guys are sitting there, quietly debating what you're planning to do, the wolves begin to take formation.
New's going to like yell out to Bolt and be like, see, you've decided to find us again. We don't want this to end in any kind of bloodshed. What do you want?
So Bolt is a little surprised to recognize your voice. And it takes him a moment before he responds at all. And when he does, like it was before, it almost seems like the thunder that you're hearing is all coming from him. Every single sound that comes from him comes with a thunderous clap. Even as he's speaking to you telepathically, just every deep breath that he lets out, every gnashing of his fangs, is just another loud clap of thunder coming from his direction. He only says one word in response to you asking him, what does he want? Food.
I'm getting ready to. If the wolves are getting closer, I will start getting ready to shoot out a
Well-
spell.
We don't have any food, and I'm sure you don't want to pick a fight with us because it won't end well for all or at least most of your pack. Maybe we can help in another way?
What other way could you possibly help?
Well, first, why aren't you hunting in the forest?
This is the forest. Your road is through.
Okay, why aren't you hunting other non-humanoids in the forest? Natural food chain.
When you say natural food chain, he gets a sinister glint in his eyes.
Good job, Neil.
He, however, does not respond to your question.
I'm gonna.
Maybe
say
we
that-
could help you hunt. I'd be down. That's what Petra says.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be like, you better back up your wolves, or they'll die.
Intimidation check.
Flip your coin, find out if you get advantage.
Yep, flip your coin, and then intimidation.
1 second.
Petra's down for food.
Here you go. You're Belle today.
I don't get advantage. I just
With
get...
advantage.
Do I get advantage, or is it just?
No, it's proficiency.
Yeah, it's just proficiency.
Oh.
I thought so.
I'm dumb.
So an 11 on your intimidation check. He sizes you up for a moment, and then he lets out a thunderous howl. Clearly unhappy with your threats, and with that howl, you hear a response as many more wolves come stepping out of the wood, because he's now called reinforcements.
Okay, fair enough. Guess this is just how it's gonna go.
Last chance. Leave before we have to make you leave.
I offered to help you hunt. We could probably find something bigger and juicier.
You could do a persuasion check if you want.
News currently floating.
I'm 1 foot above the ground for some reason.
That's so that your tokens appear on top of the horses. You're all supposed to be 1 foot above the ground, actually.
Okay.
It's just an elevation thing to make it
Okay.
to where it's
Oof.
easier for me to work with your
Yeah.
tokens.
Never mind.
Yeah, this isn't gonna happen. So
Anyway,
Right. I'm just going to
I'm-
put... That's not it. Roll initiative.
that's very fine.
Alright.
for combat.
Yep, I was just testing one more thing real quick. Combat time!
Okay.
Firing past the horse would give the wolf 3/4 cover, just a heads up.
That's fine. Let's just see
Or
how
over
far
Petra's
away.
head.
I will move up to this one, I think. And I'll go and punch him.
Yep. $11 does not hit.
Second attack.
$25 will hit. Or 6 thunder damage. Right, so you run up with your glove out, and you take the first attack with it. Wolf jumps out of the way. You swing your hand around like the slap style, catch it right on the side, and just blast it with a thunderous clap. Is that the end of your turn?
As a bonus action,
Mhm.
I am gonna use my defensive field on myself.
Smart idea.
Which is 6 temporary.
7.
7, yeah, sorry, 7 temporary.
Because it's your levels. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Alright.
Hit the button. There you go. Petra.
Petra gonna rage. Hold on, I gotta fucking use the ability. There we go. Let's use Form of the Beast. Smack that tail on. Comes out whipping out. It's a lashing tail. And she's gonna run at this wolf and try smack it with her axe.
Right? An 8 does
That won't
not hit.
fuck you. Too bad.
It's 5 damage anyway.
Yeah.
So you run up and you
And
swing with
second-
your axe. Wolf jumps out of the way, but the claws on the axe slash it anyway.
Yep. And another attack.
15 hits. And the first wolf is down.
And then I'll have Petra take a few steps back. I think that can. I think that she can do that.
Yeah, she can.
Okay. So she'll just sit there and get ready for the next turn.
Windsor.
Let's. I'll move to here. Set my flaming whips on and attack this wolf first.
Okay. Okay. Give me.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay. Oh, well, that is
Well used.
well used, yeah. All right,
Damn, he
roll
was
crit
really
damage.
inspired. Would Windsor have punched himself in the face?
You would have punched his horse somehow.
Is that crit damage? Shouldn't it be like double that?
All right, so you run up and light your fists on fire. Punch the wolf hard as you can, square in the gut. You hear a loud crunch as its body crumples around your fist, and it collapses dead. You just one hit that one.
Okay, next wolf.
Ten does not hit.
Okay. Flurry of blows, yeah.
All right, so you throw Zoe at it.
I got it.
16 hits. Or 5 damage.
And last attack.
12 does not hit. Gonna spend a key point to hit anyway.
Well, add it by 2, so I'd have to. 14 hitters at 15. I'd have to spend 2 key points. Yeah, I'll spend 2 key points to hit to bump it up to 16.
Okay. Just in case it's, a 14 or a 15.
Yeah.
Right. So you spend your 2 key points and do 9 damage, taking out a second wolf. 2 wolves in 1 turn. Not bad.
And I'll move to there.
Bell.
Yummy. Okay.
Just waiting for the vitriolic sphere icon to appear in the
I
middle
mean,
of the screen.
of course, it's like the best spell so far I have, being a level 4 spell as well.
Oh goodness.
That's what I was measuring. I was like, yeah, but these ones here are too far apart, but these ones over here are very, very close together.
Yep.
Okay, so.
Those
saving
poor
throw.
puppy dogs.
Alright. Dexterity saving throw.
Which they most probably will have quite a high one, being wolves, but yeah, it needs a nice little
Let's see.
get off damage.
Alright, they all failed.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect.
My highest roll just now was a 7.
Wow. Snap.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't aware that I asked Toby to roll for me, but apparently I did. 26
Rude.
damage. Okay.
28 in total, because of the +2, it's not adding
Yeah.
that on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, true, I appreciate that.
Melted wolf.
Melting, melting.
What's next on the menu? Melted wolf.
Oops. Button. Yeah. This is now liquefied wolf.
Wolf soup.
Mmm, better than sausage.
Now Petra's gonna run over here and start licking the ground. See what you did?
Oh, you're so disgusting.
Now I'm gonna do that.
She's just like, soup? I'm in. Sign me up. Alright, so that's those wolves. What are you doing next?
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I will.
Alright, Houndeville Omen.
Do you want me to roll a d20 for him?
For his attack?
Well, because obviously he'll need an initiative.
Oh, right. Let me add him to there we go. Roll his initiative. Alright.
This one's name is Shadow Dog 3.
Alright, so now the wolves get to attack. So I'm gonna do these in groups of 3. So we're gonna start with these 3. Or actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do groups of 4, and then roll a 1d4 to see how many of them hit. That way I'm not rolling every single attack. So in that case, I rolled a 4. All 4 of them hit. Okay, which is... Alright, so a smaller pack of wolves from the larger pack rush forward, and 4 of them leap out at the same time and grab Petra at different angles, dealing 24 damage total. Half for your rage.
Slashing?
Is piercing.
Got it.
But yeah,
Piercing,
you-
okay.
These 3 and this one here. Run down. Attack the horse.
Of course, why wouldn't they?
They're hungry. Horse is big food.
Not for a pack this large.
Yeah, they're
Three
hungry
of-
like a wolf.
Have you seen how many horses there are? Alright,
Still
so
won't feed this many wolves, especially that
3
big
of them
wolves.
hit for... That's 6, 8 times 3. Okay. So, horse is dead. By Petra's horse.
And it wasn't me this time.
It was not you this time. Alright, so... Boom, boom, and boom. 1 out of all of them hit Windsor for 7 piercing. Oh no. These are going to run over here. Groups of 4 to make it easy.
No.
3 of them will hit.
No.
Oh my god, for max damage.
Yay.
Okay. Aren't you excited? You get to be the first one to take max damage this turn.
No. Not at
That's
all.
not exciting?
No.
I did it just for you.
And
No.
Bell's dead.
I'm not dead just yet. Thank you very much.
Very close
if
to
it if it makes you feel better, you only got hit by 3 out of the 4. That would
No,
have
it
been an
doesn't make me feel any
extra.
better.
It would
No,
have
it
Call it a
been
draw.
I don't care. I don't want to be hit at all.
You want to be hit at all? Oh, you forgot to tell me that part. I thought this was the game where you're supposed to get hit all the time.
You meant to read my mind. Jesus.
Oh my god. You know what? I forgot to put on my mind reading goggles today.
God, fucking useless.
I know, right? Right. So, a big ass meteor comes down and kills No.
Sweet, sweet release.
4, 6 times 3.
Petra turns 22 today.
18 piercing on Toby. 1, 2, 3. All 3 hit the horse. 4.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter, horse is dead.
Horse is dead.
If 3 hit, just immediate dead. For the
Well, that's
horse,
not true. If they
unfortunately.
roll really low, the horse might survive. Barely.
no.
That's all of the wolves gone. It's now
Cameron
Bolt's
needs to
turn.
apply their damage, or Bell
There's
needs
one
to
that you
apply their
missed.
damage.
Which one did I miss?
That
This
one
one
there.
here?
Yeah.
You are correct. I'm going to ignore that one for now. There's no good target for. Ah, fuck it. He's gonna go here. I'll just roll a regular attack for him. That hits for 6 damage. Right. Now, Bolt is going to let out a fun attack. Yep.
Where's your Eldritch Blast when we need it, New?
It's at the bottom of the list.
Not coming this
Why is
turn,
this
most likely.
Spell not working. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm having a.
Max, you need to
problem with
apply
this spell.
damage.
Oh no, I'm retarded and I was looking on the wrong spot. Okay. So, let's see. Let's... Measuring tool.
Of course. Alright.
Alright. So, you hear him let out a thunderous howl. But the howl carries along the wind. And he casts Shatter on you. Which is a saving throw, so I need to put this in chat for you. Oh. Horse needs to...
Apparently included in the wagon.
The horse makes the Constitution saving throw. How does the wagon do? Wagon just rolled a nat 20. Alright, so...
I did roll, but I think it's added me into the wagon, by the way.
Yeah, that's weird, but that's fine. Did you have the wagon selected by accident?
Maybe, but my Constitution is +5, so we could just use that. So it's 6.
Yeah, 16, so you do save. Let's see here. So it's... I just rolled 666.
Yeah.
What's the save on that?
11.
So I saved. Good. Half damage, right?
Yep. I don't know why the card's fee was so low. It shouldn't have been.
Also,
I
I
think
just
maybe I
realized
was selected to it when I did my first damage. My
You,
24.
Probably. That's fine. I'll just.
you
set it
also
the
need
correct
to,
HP.
as a note for later, fix the Sentinel company. It still has Amaranth in there, not Bell.
That's fine. I'll fix it.
Depends on the day.
By half damage. Save. There we go. Okay. That is the end of his turn. He casted Shatter. It is now the wolf's turn. Go ahead and roll your wolf's attack.
Cool.
I need to mark that. It's dead. You've lost 3 of your 5 horses.
Yep.
We're gonna lose all
24.
our horses by the
24
end of
hits.
this.
He just needs to do a strength saving throw, although it may not it, but yeah, he still needs to do it.
I'm doing that now. But go ahead and roll damage. The 16. What's the DC?
13.
Let me double check actually.
13, yeah. So he saves. He doesn't get knocked prone, but does take the damage. Roll damage.
Any spell icons he gets disadvantage on. I was just checking that as well. Cool, that's fine. So passes the strength.
14 damage. Not bad.
Gonna go ahead and move here in the middle of all these fuckers and prepare for them all to die.
Oh, you've got big plans. You're gonna use self-destruct.
Kinda.
Calm down, Voltorb. Alright, what are you doing?
Armor of Agathis. Which... hello? Why can I not, like, apply this to me? I don't know.
Something they did in one of the updates busted it a bit. But that's fine.
I gained 20 temporary hit points. Let's fucking go.
Alright, so you give yourself 20 hit points. Or 20 temp hit points, and then what's your next plan?
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna just leave it there because I'm not sure if I want to.
All right, Toby.
My last spell slot yet or no.
Okay. Let's see.
Alright, you shatter? Fine, I'll do it back.
Yeah, your shatter was bigger than mine. That's weird, that is.
10 feet.
Yeah, but look, if I applied that there, and it does a circle, is your one done 4 squares, look. This is...
I don't even see.
Your one
Toby's
was 11
thing.
feet.
Just
Yeah, I had to
fucking
manually
use the
measure
walls.
mine out, so it's probably a tiny, teensy bit bigger than it's supposed to be, but it's fine. Where are you placing yours?
I'm just doing it on these 4. The horse is dead. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's dead.
The horse is dead.
Yeah,
it comes up
I
on
didn't
palm.
adjust its HP. It's dead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
A little
there.
skull.
Yeah, you guys have 2 horses left.
We're gonna have no
That's
horses
usually
left
saving
if
throw.
this keeps up.
$16, and they have Constitution 14. They save, so half damage. Fly. So they're all very injured, but they are still alive.
And then I cast Defensive Field again.
Okay. Clean up these measuring templates here. Cast defensive field and then end your turn. Petra.
Yay, I'm gonna smack this wolf right beside me. This one.
Okay.
Or, well, at least try to.
I think
Or
you
I
did.
will. Yeah.
16 damage. That's a dead
Off
wolf.
goes the head.
Pop goes the head.
And then she will turn her attention to the wolf just above her. Well,
Okay.
technically behind her. Doesn't matter. Swing her fucking axe at it.
That's a hit.
And a boop.
That is just enough to kill it in one hit. That is another dead wolf.
Another. Yep, his legs are gone.
He's like, take this! How dare you be as
Petra.
tall as me?
It's Petra's turn.
That's
Okay.
Windsor.
I think she mentioned it was.
I'm saying that's
Yeah.
Petra's turn. That's the end of Petra's turn.
Yeah, I figured it out after I said it. I was just hoping nobody would notice I'm retarded.
Oh.
Alright,
Oh,
Windsor.
special.
Alright, everybody roll perception to see if they notice if Defal's retarded.
Okay, so we'll start with the wolf on the left. Flaming snakes of flame again.
You moved to the worst spot
It's-
possible.
I know, right?
Why?
Because you could have stayed by the horses to push the fucking wolves away
Oh no, see
from
now
our
I'm
remaining horses.
now I'm touching 4 of them and they'll probably attack me. And when
14
they
damage.
attack me,
14 damage? Okay. Yeah, her plan
The point
is
still
to
stands.
detonate when they hit her. Alright, that's one dead wolf.
Okay, wolf to the right of me.
Does not hit.
Okay. Okay, flurry of blows. Attack again.
Does not hit. Hits. Right, so you managed to land 2 out of 4.
9 damage, fire damage.
So you punch one wolf, drop it, turn around with a kick, you miss, you come at it with a jab, miss again, but the third hit, you finally catch it right in the jaw. Do quite a bit of damage, but it's still alive.
That'll end my turn.
Alright, Belle, what you got?
So I'm just figuring out what I want to do as a group hit. So,
I mean, the horse above you, you could probably kill the ones that Toby injured.
yeah, I guess I could do that. I'll do some sort of shatter. Right. So I'm just figuring out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Don't bother with the ones around me. They're just gonna attack me and die.
All the wolves around you run away.
There you go.
Right. Casting Shatter. DC is 16. They do not save.
And they all die.
Yeah, they all die. There's no way they're surviving that.
Okay, and then and then I will. Sorry, I'm just figuring out where I want to put it. 1 second.
Maybe like right here.
Well, I've also got me as well. Please remember the one with the lowest armor class, and he's taking the most damage as well. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Scorch.
got hit. We
Like,
know,
three of
we
them.
know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's all
You
about you.
try
We
it.
know.
Being mean to the DM. I get bullied.
Well, you should be.
Wow. Alright, good to know. They do not save.
And they're dead.
They're dead. Alright, Wolf's turn. One, two, three, 6. 5. I need to make a strength check. Okay. I successfully grab this horse and start dragging it away. These wolves here take the disengage action. Run. How far is that? Hold on. Okay. They run out. Remaining wolves
Attack of
here.
opportunity.
They
Disengage.
took disengage.
Alright.
These ones are taking disengage and running out as well. These ones are disengaging, running out as well. They got what they came for, food. Bolt's turn. How much health is down? 37.
That's none of your business.
It is my business. I'm the
No,
DM.
it's not. You just do the damage and then I see if it's still alive or not.
Okay, alright, my bad. Hold on.
Now
Oh, he just rolled 800 damage. No.
Well,
Alright,
that's a lie.
let's see. That is 30. Okay. That's a hit for. Where's.
Try not to die. Jesus.
Right, so. You see bolts raise his hackles and sparks jump between his fur. And he lets out a howl, and as he does, a blast of lightning launches out of his mouth directly at the direwolf in front of him, doing 18 damage. And your wolf needs to make a saving throw, a dexterity saving throw. Or, sorry, constitution saving throw. AC is 16. Alright, it saves. Alright, so it does that. It does his blast of electricity. And that is going bonus act. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity, because when... Well, you don't need to know the exact reason, but he does not provoke an attack of opportunity on your hound.
Okay.
But he does manage to... Wait, what's his movement speed? It's 50. Okay. He's withdrawing as well. It is now your hound's turn. Obviously, your hound has to chase him. This is all your hound gets to do.
Pretty much. Because he also goes 50 feet as well, so...
Yep, so right on his heels.
You're just...
One second, sorry.
Does not hit.
Nah, I don't think it would.
Right. We just gonna... Right. There looks good.
Well, you've just got my fucking thing as well. Okay.
They can have fun running through that. And if we're lucky, some of them die. Or all of them die.
Yeah, well, southeast of Balana and the Live are dead.
And 17, let's see, that's it. Whoa.
I don't think they take the damage until the start of their turn. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 damage,
Yeah.
cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area takes an additional 2d6 acid. So it's 2d6 at the beginning and end of their turn.
Fun. I could potentially kill them, you're right.
And it's difficult terrain, so have fun with them running through that.
While dragging a dead horse.
You're 15 minutes left. Yeah, while dragging a dead horse. Y'all are just vengeful. You're like, nah, you can't take that dead horse. It's already dead, but you can't have it.
We need the tech.
You need the what?
We need the tech. Not all of us are equipped to pay for tech.
You're like, hey, leave the saddle. Yeah, it's like that one lonely horse down there by Belle. She murdered the other ones.
You mean wolf?
What'd I say?
He said horse.
You said horse.
And my
No,
horse
she
still
murdered the
lives.
other horses too.
I didn't do shit. You did.
I heal you for them.
Okay.
I need to decide if the fucking wolves know which way to go in the darkness, but...
I mean, I figured they'd probably just continue going the way that they were, so...
Yeah, that's
Oh,
kind of what
I
I
have an
was
idea.
deciding, is if they're gonna go straight or not. Obviously, I have meta knowledge, so I made a roll of it.
Well, you know, this has been fun and all. I'm gonna smack this wolf with my tail.
That one's in the
Can't remember.
darkness, you'll have disadvantage.
Oh well.
Right? As long as you're aware.
To slap with my tail, it's just unarmed strike, right?
Also, you're 1 square away. You need to be closer. You don't have
No,
reach.
Tails has
Nope.
10 feet.
Oh, does your
10
your
feet.
tail has reach? Okay.
I mean, you could still move closer because it's not,
I can't.
You're out of movement?
Yes.
Yeah,
The maximum is like, I think, 30 feet.
Halfling?
35.
35 feet. So.
No, that's faster than most of them.
Yeah, it's 10 feet,
Okay,
whatever.
yeah. No, I believe you.
So I forgot about fucking Hellish Rebuke.
So it's unarmed strike, right?
Just use
Let's see.
16 hits. Oh, yeah, right here. If a creature you can see within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack. Oh, no, that's the other one.
That's the reaction.
Oh, yeah. 3 damage.
Oh wait, it's supposed to be 1d8.
Yeah,
Hold
1d8.
You rolled a 1 plus 2.
Yeah, I don't fucking know what was going on with that one.
That's the base damage of an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
But because you're using a modified unarmed strike, it doesn't know that.
Fair.
Alright.
So 4 damage because still plus 2. I would assume.
Yeah.
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 Alright, so you smack them as they're running into the shadows.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to smack him again.
Okay. Does not hit.
Oh well. Assholes. Ends my turn.
Speaking of vengeful,
Windsar's chasing him down too.
a near dead one. I will miss.
That's a miss, yeah. That's a hit.
That's a dead.
Yep, that's a dead wolf.
Another key point. To the one below me.
Alright.
And
I
no more
need you-
expiration pay.
I need you to roll a d20. Okay. You don't fall on your ass, but nearly do. Go ahead and roll your next attack. Hits. Six damage. Alright.
ends my turn.
Okay, well, seeing as there's only one left.
I'll hug it and squeeze it and name it George.
Next week on
Alright. Make your attack at disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Oh, it doesn't. It just comes up with attack. Why is my attack at disadvantage? Oh, it's because I'm close, aren't I? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Hello.
within
New-
melee range.
New, unfortunately, you're gonna have to
Yeah,
not
11
be
does not
crafting
hit.
on the road anymore.
Uh, 15 does hit. Well, damage. Wolf is dead.
It was
No,
an
sorry.
attack roll.
that's the
That was
third
my
thing.
3 disadvantage,
Oh,
not including the one I did at
tricking
40.
me. How dare you? Yeah, so one of those hits. 7 damage. Trying to trick me. I know all.
I didn't do shit. You just weren't looking. Seeing as there's only one left. For some reason, I can't. How can I twist the cone?
Once
Arrow
it's
keys.
down, you have to use, I think it's control and mouse wheel. Like this. You have to select it and then control mouse wheel. Just put your cursor where you want the central dot to be at. You want to aim that way?
Yeah. Sorry, I
Okay.
realized I was just totally talking to myself there.
It's a dex saving throw. 16. That is a failed save. As a roasty toasty puppy.
Yum, yum, yum.
Good.
We'll be eating good tonight.
Petra now does not respect bolts anymore.
I didn't know who the fuck
So
Bolt was
she
in the
will-
first place.
She will 100% eat Bolt's corpse if he ends up dying.
And with your turn, Balana?
Yes, sorry. Apologies. It's dead, then well, we've still got those ones up there, yeah.
Alright, so. These wolves fail their saving throw. So they take. Go. 2d6. Okay.
I do also wish to shout out to Bolt, if you can hear him, whoever that wolf is, and go, I told you this wouldn't work out for you. Although it worked out for him, but I killed the majority of his party. Well, we killed the majority of his party.
These wolves are gonna fuck off. And then these wolves here, now that they've taken their damage.
Are you still in... What's their movement speed?
50.
Yeah,
They're gonna make it out. Damn.
Yep, they make it out with the horse. Then it's Bolt's turn. He takes the fuck off. He does not die, but he fucks off.
How much damage did they take from the thing?
They're nearly dead. I rolled the 2d6 and I got 3, and a 4.
Hmm.
But let's see. That is all the wolves on the field. So combat is.
Are they out of a 120-foot range?
They are fully covered by the trees.
Okay, well, Petra's
Okay.
gonna make herself a wolfskin coat.
Well, those ones are acid, so I'd go over to these ones over here.
She'll just grab a handful of the acid gloop.
Wolf soup.
Windsor's horse survived the battle. Yay!
Can I skin the wolf?
Someone needs to heal my horse. Heal my horse. Yours bloody should survive after me paying 55 gold for it.
I guess we're hooking those two up to the wagon, and everybody else is walking.
Alright, let's
Yep.
see.
I ain't fucking walking.
No more crafting from you.
Okay, so we drag Balana by her horns. Okay.
You good fucking luck.
2.
Well, the best way to probably do it will probably be everyone on the wagon apart from Windsor, because Windsor can keep up just by walking his normal pace.
Well, someone can sit in the front.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's
Okay.
4 people on the wagon. and
Idea.
Windsor
It
can
would
walk,
require. Sorry.
because you can keep up, can't you, Windsor? We established last time.
Alright, but we should swap out in and out. It wouldn't be fair to just have one person walking all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a monk. That's what I do.
He's fine walking. It's alright.
You know,
He's an orc. He deserves it.
Wow.
so the idea. It would require discarding some of the coffee, but we could probably get the pelts off these wolves that aren't, melted
I mean,
and sell them.
if more people walk, we don't have to discard the coffee.
Well, I'm glad you volunteered, New, to walk. Why,
No.
thank you.
You said you would walk. It's fine.
I didn't say I would walk. I said the exact opposite of walking. Then it was Winston wanted to drag me by my horns.
You got to remember, there's also we could break down news, pack up news stuff. That should have give us some stuff, but that's all for later.
Yeah.
That's
2 minutes
the
to the end
only
of the
room we
session.
have.
Well, I
Alright.
still say we skin the wolves and grab their pelts and remove New's travel kit so we can transport them.
That will have to wait until next session.
Alright.
And also take all the stuff off the horses. Remember to do that too.
So,
One piece of alive.
for next session, we'll worry about all that stuff. For now, had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. I know some of you prefer more combat than this, but this was one of those moments where it was between big adventure stuff. So hopefully you weren't too bored. I hope everybody had fun.
I mean, we could always point out that the horse that got dragged off was attached to the wagon, so the wolves took the wagon with them too.
Hey,
Okay, all right, that's it. You guys don't have a wagon anymore. No.
Yay!
Then
I'm
I'm-
rejoicing.
Anyway.
Right, I'm gonna get a beard.
They
Alright.
started a
Have
film
a
coffee
good
company
night.
called Wolf's Bucks, and